What's going on, everybody in the chat? Appreciate you guys for always, just coming in early and even staying a little afterwards, because we always about 10, 20 minutes late, as usual. So we never really on time. Next year we gotta make it a go.
I
Next
feel
year,
like our new time. I feel like our new time should just be 4:15.
It was my fault this week,
start.
I feel like now next year we gotta make a New Year's resolution. We gotta try to be on time a little more next year, 2026.
We can be on time. We can be on time by just saying our show starts at 4:15.
No, we gotta be early.
That's literally how we can be on time. Just say our show starts at 4:15.
A part of that is my fault though, because sometimes I send the link a little late. So sometimes I'll send the link like 10 minutes, 5 minutes before showtime. So I'm gonna try to be better next year to send it a little earlier. That way we can at least join. Hopefully a little early. We can at least have the show be at least a little bit more on time. So we're gonna try to make that a New Year's resolution for next year. Shout out to Jay, shout out to Mo, shout out to Nate who are not here today. We try to get everybody on the pod for the last episode.
Last episode.
Hold on. Everybody, last episode of 2025, we try to get everybody on the pod who's on the original pod to be on here for the last episode. We weren't able to make it happen today, so we do apologize for that. So hopefully next year we'll be able to have more episodes where everybody's on the show who's a part of the actual show. I don't even remember the last time everybody was on here together. The last 6 of us has been a minute. So
I really think it was WrestleMania. No, SummerSlam. I think SummerSlam was the last time. Like all 6 of us. Like all 6 of us were here at the same time.
It's been months, bro.
Actually, that's when Lewis was still on the show, and I think that's when he took his break. So there was a while where like Lewis was like, okay, well he was the only one that wasn't here, and then Lynn started popping in. But I think since Lynn's been here, I think we maybe did.
We haven't had it since
It was once. It was once when we did the quiz because I'm pretty sure Nate was here because it was me, UG.
I don't think everybody was here for that one. I think Nate was gone on that one.
Oh damn, real.
We haven't had since you've been an official member. We haven't had everybody on here since you've been an official member, like a locked-in member. So we've been having to bring on guests, but we're gonna try to make it better for next year. Next year, hopefully, we're able to figure out the schedule and manage it to make it better for everybody. So today, for everybody's watching, we're gonna be doing our bold predictions for 2026 on wrestling. Some stuff that we feel, basically stuff that we feel are can happen, or stuff that obviously we would want to see happen as well. And it doesn't have to be WWE related. It could also be AEW. We can add into AEW in there as well. Because I don't know if you guys watched the show last night, but
yes, sir.
I didn't watch, but I literally went on Instagram and I said, "Oh, they put it back on them. Nice." I was like, "Okay." Like,
which one? Because they put it back on 2 niggas last night. But nah, I'm fucking with you. I know what you're talking about. I was talking about
MJF because I was
for sure.
I was like, hey, Samoa Joe's at 2 times, so I wasn't really bad. I was like, look, I got my Samoa Joe second win, so I was cool. What the other person they put it on?
They gave Moxley the Continental Championship last night. Oh, well, he beat Okada. Yeah, Moxley beat Okada, bro.
Okay, sure. Why not? I guess.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this about it because it's funny. The Kyle Fletcher match was.
So
great.
He won the Continental Classic. That whole
yes,
thing?
sir. Yes, sir.
Who he beat in that last match?
Okay, so he beat Kyle Fletcher and then he beat Okada. He beat Okada in the championship. Okada beat Takeshita. And Okada took Kyle Fletcher's cheating weapon to beat Takeshita. So Okada got beef with both Takeshita now and Kyle Fletcher. And I'll say this: what made me mad, Malik, and not to just dive fully into AEW, the fucking match with Kyle Fletcher was great, but he couldn't walk at the end of the match. So he goes into the Okada match. They're doing he can't move his leg, but by the end of it, this nigga jumping around, holding up the championship, running around the arena. Like, nigga, what happened to your hurt leg? You couldn't walk going into this match, and now you can walk at the end of it. It made no sense, G. Made no sense. That shit was crazy. But the Kyle Fletcher match was like damn near 4.5 stars. That match was great, bro. That match was great. I got to give it to him. Yeah, but the Okada match...
Kyle Fletcher can have bangers, bro.
Yeah, but the Okada match was not good.
Kyle Fletcher can who?
The Okada match was buns. Hey. I'm going to be real with you. The Okada Moxley match was not good.
Hey, man.
They just wait for Okada and Takeshi.
That's a choice.
They're gonna run that Okada and Takeshi.
So Malik,
I thought Okada and Takeshita could have been for this, but
that's what I thought too.
Whatever.
But they got some stuff going on in Japan too, though.
They are doing it for the IWGP Championship. But Malik, my thing is this: since Okada took Kyle Fletcher's weapon, are they gonna make it a triple threat? Which I hope they don't.
I mean, they could, but eventually people are gonna want to see Okada versus
Takeshita. 100%.
Those are probably the two best Japanese wrestlers we have in the world right now.
100%.
Like eventually, it's not gonna happen at Wrestle Kingdom because obviously, they got other plans and other opponents they're gonna be facing and stuff like that. So, I don't know if they'll run it in Japan or AEW because they kind of got a mix of both platforms right now where they do both. I would assume AEW would want it in America.
I would assume so too. But then if they do it there, then you got to include Kyle Fletcher because Kyle Fletcher was pissed that Okada took his screwdriver to beat Takeshita.
Yeah, so, we'll dive a lot more into our predictions for things that we want to see. We had a list of something it was an idea. I can't remember we talked about it off the air about.
Let me see if I put it in the chat.
Did you write it down? Did you happen to write it down?
So either I put it in the chat or
it was me, you, and Nate were the ones that talked about it. I remember that, but I don't remember exactly. The entire bold prediction. It was something that we gotta look back on too, like look back at like who got right predictions and stuff like that. So I'll just start by asking random questions. I'll ask some random questions and then we'll dive into more of the predictions and stuff like that. So bold predictions for 2026 stuff we're gonna talk about. Let's just start with a little bit of WWE, and then we'll dive into some AEW. Does anybody up here believe that they're actually going to have Braun Breaker win that world title on Raw, or you think they're going to keep it on CM?
Oh, on Raw specifically.
Yeah, you think they'll do something ballsy first episode of Raw and give it to Braun, or you think they're going to have CM Punk keep it? They could.
I mean, they could. It's just it's so hard for me because I always have to look at the angle.
Everybody got to pick a side. Yes or no?
I know, but it's so hard because the end goal is always WrestleMania.
I'm gonna say yes.
And I don't know if they want Braun Breaker.
I'll be different. I'm gonna say yes.
I'm gonna say no because it's the TKO involvement, man. They are afraid.
People would say no, but then again, they had Jey Uso win that Rumble though. So
that's true.
They did.
That's true, but then they only kept the title on them for like 4 months.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. Listen. I would love that to happen. I think Braun Breaker should have been world champion already. I don't know what this new thing is. Like, if you look at it back in the day, they would give a title to somebody who was 26, 27, 28 years old, no problem. World champion. As soon as you get out there. They did it with Orton, Lesnar, The Rock. They gave them the championships before they even turned 30. Now it's like they want to wait until people are like almost 40 before they give them anything. And I don't understand that because it's like, bro, he's as ready as he's ever going to be. So I would love it. I think Braun Breaker.
Let me point something out for everybody to give their predictions. I don't know if people have noticed this pattern but we are obviously in a different modern era when it comes to main eventers. There used to be a time frame when you had the WrestleMania main events, you had top stars like Cena, Triple H, Batista, and Shawn Michaels, and The Undertaker, and Edge, and Randy Orton, and all those guys there, right? But the WrestleMania main event scene could always switch, though. I mean, Cena could be in there a little bit, but he wasn't always guaranteed that spot. It could always change to Cena one year, then it could be Undertaker the next year, then it could be Orton and somebody else. But for the last many years, we always knew it was going to be Roman. We just didn't know against who. Now it seems like we know it's going to be Cody. We just don't know really against who yet. And I feel like we live in a modern era where the main event scene, I feel, has to start changing, especially for WrestleMania, because now you have a lot of women that could also main event WrestleMania as well. They just don't put them in that spot. Like Rhea Ripley is a WrestleMania main eventer if they want to put her there. Becky's already done it. Charlotte's already done it. They got other superstars in the company who have already done it, but it's like it's not a guaranteed spot for the women opposed to the men. You know what I mean? It's like, Cody's guaranteed spot, Roman's guaranteed spot. It's cool, but it's like these guys are already in their 40s. How much longer are you gonna rely on these guys to really be your marquee main event guys? When back when we grew up, it was like, yeah, you had guys who could be in their 40s, but you had other people you could depend on too. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't always have to be Cena. Like, Cena was the top guy, but he didn't really main event WrestleMania every single year. It's like now who's going to be in the main event spot. sure who that second person is going to be. You know what I mean? So I feel like there has to be some type of landscape of change. You know what I mean? Even if you're not going to guarantee the women's Royal Rumble winner a spot in that main event slot, we got to start looking at the Braun Breakers. You got to start looking at the other guys who are younger, the Opa Feminis and stuff like that, who need to be WrestleMania main event guys who may not have to live in the WrestleMania main event, but you got to have other talent that you can rely on. It was cool once they started doing it with Roman. I think it was fine for that era because Roman was still young at the time, and you still had other guys there like Brock and other Triple H was still around and stuff like that. So you still had the other old timers. I guess if you wanted to put in that spot, it was fine. But it's like, don't really know how much longer Roman's really going to want to do this. He's barely already around as it is. Cody's already said the next contract he signs will be his last, so we don't even know when that's going to be, right? And then CM Punk's already in his late 40s. Don't know how much longer he gonna be around. Got to start looking at the younger guys where it's like, I want the WrestleMania main event scene to feel where it's like, not really sure who's gonna be every year. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, one year it could be this guy, next year it might be a different guy.
And that's perfectly fine. It's just not gonna happen this year.
Long term.
Yeah, I know, but because the question you started with was, is Braun Breaker going to win this title on January? And shout out to the chat because y'all actually made a great point, which just solidified he's not winning. This is CM Punk's first world title defense.
Oh yeah, it is.
This is his first world title defense because he was in War Games. He's not losing. I genuinely I think this is going to be our setup for Mania, right? I think this is going to be our setup for whatever the long-term plan is. I don't know if that's a Seth return and unsanctioned or blah, blah, blah. I don't know if this is Roman interfering. I don't know how this is going to happen. I don't know who's coming back, something, right? But clearly they're trying to make the last show of the year or the first show of the year, mind you, my bad. The first show of the year feel like a big deal, right? Last year they had their New Year's Revolution and, New Year's Evil shows or whatever. They're trying to do, or the Netflix premiere. They're trying to do the same thing here. So I'm not saying that there's a 0% chance. But as a betting man myself, I would tell you to go take the over on CM Punk retaining. And you probably have a better chance of an interference or a return of somebody big when that happens. Now, as far as your landscape point that you made and all that's I feel you, right? But I also think, because we always love bringing out, we got these guys in their 40s. But it's clearly been proven, and this is a new day and age where you can be your biggest star at that age. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, shoot, when's the last time we had like legit, and I mean a legit true megastar, young, that the fans actually wanted to be their megastar? It hasn't happened in a while. Since arguably Cena, right? Since Cena. And all them other stars that you had across you had people, you had the Edges, the Ortons, Shawn Michaels, a lot of people remember him. Let's just be real. A lot of people remember him more for his second run than his first run.
Batista was 38.
The Undertaker, his more memorable stuff happened in his not his second run, but the later years that streak he went on with WrestleMania when Teddy Long was putting him against every bad guy in the company. Right? People remember him more for that than the Giant Gonzalez. And I mean, you had the Kane feud. Like, he had some good stuff back then, but he was probably at his biggest star power wise.
Right.
As an older man.
So I'm not saying that you can't have young guys up and coming. You have your Brauns, you have your Mellos, the Ilias. When Pete Dunne was projected to be something good, Gunther, you know what I mean? You definitely have your crop, but I think it's a new day and age. I mean, shoot, Finn Balor, if you didn't know no better, you would think that man is in his 30s.
Bro,
AJ Styles, you look at him and you know he's in his 40s because clearly looks like he's aged. But if you just watched him in the ring and you didn't know no better, you would think, okay, early 30s. Right? Clearly he can't figure out the phenomenal forearm because he keeps watching it. But other than that, you would think that man is still in his 30s in his athletic prime, right? There was somebody else. I mean, shoot, even though we know R-Truth is older, right? That man looked the same when he was smoking cigarettes in the middle of the arena.
In the middle of Raw,
than he does right with in his last little thing. So I feel like, to me, yes, you want to build up new stars, but I'm not really caught up on the age thing as much, because the people who are bringing you the most money, at the end of the day, it's been consistent since Cena. Everybody's older. Like, you really haven't had a young guy be your megastar in a very long time.
Roman was the last one.
Yeah.
Right. And even then, them early days,
Yeah, big dog.
was he really bringing in the money, or was they just forcing him down our throats? For real, like he was a megastar that they threw at us, not like was truly felt like one. You get what I mean?
Yeah, but eventually it felt like it came around. Eventually, like even
in COVID for sure.
People, even though people still didn't like him, I'm talking about even starting in big dog years, like you just knew when it got to a certain point where he's like, all right, he's a main event guy now. You know what I mean? Like you just felt it. You know what I mean? Like even though you still didn't like maybe his position and stuff, you knew he was one of the main event guys on that roster at that particular time frame. So
he was.
Braun Breaker World Championship. Think they're gonna give it to him?
Not on January. Later on, maybe, but not in January.
Yeah. I think because sorry, I was gonna just say real quick. I think because, like you said, they know and we know that guys like Cody, probably CM Punk, probably Roman, all them, probably Orton too, all of them are eventually on their way out, and we know how much TKO was about their money. They're gonna do just like they bought back Lesnar, even though he's almost 50, and nobody's even been thinking about him for years. They still know that if we bring this dude back, the money's gonna follow him immediately. Like he got one of the loudest pops we heard all year. So it's when it comes to those guys that are about to be done, they're going to keep using them because they know that those younger guys are not going anywhere. They're still going to be there. So it's kind of like G Daddy just said, the age thing is really probably not what they're more concerned with. They're more concerned with, let's get every penny we can out of Roman as much as possible. Let's get as much as we can out of Cody, as much as we can out of CM Punk, because these are still our top names. And before they go, we got to keep using them. I think it's just going to keep coming down to business. I would love to see somebody like Braun Breaker move up fast, or even somebody like LA Knight, who's almost in his mid-40s, almost 44, 45. He's already like 42. Would love to see somebody like that, but I think they're going to do the safe thing just because it's going to come down to the business.
Ryan, what about you?
Oh, like athletes are kind of older now, anyways, right? But they should be cognizant of the age, and like they said, pick a few, like fresh, get that average age down by incorporating some young blood. I do agree with that sentiment as well. Now, Breaker winning Monday or next Monday, I feel like they're going to do something. They have to heat up WrestleMania season. They have all this Cena buzz dissipating now, and they have to have that buzz continue. And I think they use this match as a vehicle to create something. I don't think it's a title change, but I think it's like a return or a shocking way to kick off an angle with Punk or even Breaker. Maybe we get like a Seth out of nowhere, but then who does Seth go after? I guess that's the hook as well, too, right? It is. I
think
biggest thing too, Malik, is why did they let you know who Theory was beforehand as well, right?
So this goes into my theory.
Yeah. Go ahead.
My theory is I think there's still another masked man.
I saw your video. See, I was gonna bring that up when it was my turn to talk because I saw your video.
That's why I think they're gonna do something shocking. Everybody saw Austin Theory and they're assuming, oh, he's the masked man. Well, I think there might be another one out there though. They might just told us who one is, but I think there's another one out there, and I think Braun Breaker winning brings in shock factor. You know, a lot of unpredictability. If there's another masked man, you're like, holy shit, division now they're growing even stronger, and it's like, how are these guys going to be stopped? And I just think that makes some things more interesting. Now, realistically, CM Punk winning obviously would be the most predictable thing, because that would be, I think, what most fans expect. You know, because it's just like WrestleMania is coming up. It's like, it's very rare that you see a big title change. EO was like the shocking one that we had this year, but that hadn't happened in like a long time, you know, where like you had a big title change going into WrestleMania and stuff like that. So it's very nonchalant, where it's like, what are the odds of that happening? But I still feel like there's two masked men though. I feel like Austin Theory is one. The other one could be Montez Ford. Maybe.
Why do you think there's another one though?
Because it just seemed like there's two people, bro. Like it seems like there's two. To me, it seemed like two different people at two different times. Like Survivor Series didn't seem like the same person it was on Raw, and I feel like Austin Theory was the one that we all kind of predicted or assumed like, oh, it's got to be Austin Theory, right? But
I think
some people have been throwing out Ricky Sainz, some people have been throwing out Montez Ford, some people have been throwing out some other name. And I've heard there's going to be some big call ups, from NXT. With they've already
we see it. They've already talked about it.
They're already bringing up Javon Evans. Apparently
And
Oberyn's going to be coming up, Trick Williams. So not sure what NXT gonna look like on that guy's main event scene. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like having a second masked person just brings in a different swerve. It brings in like, oh, we thought we figured it out. We thought we solved the solution. That's what I think they're gonna do. That's just my prediction. I think we see a big title change. I think we see Braun Breaker get it because
in his first title defense though.
Yeah,
But see, that's where I was gonna go. So for
realistically,
me,
right now, CM Punk wouldn't even be the champion right now if Seth Rollins never got hurt. I think they wanted.
I mean, a lot of this stuff that's happening wouldn't be happening if Seth Rollins didn't get hurt.
True.
Like the turn would have never happened.
That's why I think it's a pivot. That's why they're pivoting.
And see, I don't think Punk cares about title defenses as much as say like if a Cody won or if a Kevin, like someone younger. Punk's older,
but
I think he's old enough to accept it.
But it's not even about that though. It's just again, I think at the end of the day, the plan for Mania, and again, they could change. I mean, shoot, we said it earlier. Jey Uso won the Rumble, so you know, I mean, I'm not saying they can't go that route, but just if we play the odds game and we look at, what
I'm looking at it as okay. So for me, I really think they want to do Cody Roman again next year. So I think that's a lock. And I know some of y'all had different predictions, but I don't think Gunther is winning the Rumble, and I don't think he's going after the world title at WrestleMania. I think he's probably going to face AJ Styles. I think that's the move they're setting up. They're kind of already planting that seed per se. I think that's his match right there, which leaves Brock open. Not really sure what he would do, but I could see them doing like Brock Lesnar versus a Braun Breaker. Like I could see that happening.
They was just on the same side though. I
And
mean,
see,
I
my
know
thing
it doesn't
is-
matter.
I mean, they were, but it's like
And see, to that point, Malik, it's like
it's a matter of Braun Breaker believes he's the guy now, and Brock just does whatever he wants anyway. So it's like he could step in and say, "Hey, I want the title," or whatever the case is. That Paul Heyman's the guy, so they can make a story about that as well. I mean, I could see something like that happening, but that's just kind of where my head's going now because I thought they want to do. I think they kind of now want to save Gunther and Brock for SummerSlam probably. And it seems like they're gonna do AJ Styles and Gunther at Mania. I think they're gonna kind of plant that seed because I think they're gonna do what I said they should do with Gunther and have him go on this Legend Killer run where he starts retiring people.
Michael Cole already said it. Michael Cole already called him the career killer, and I was like, Michael Cole, give the podcast our props because we said career killer before you ever did. But to that point, Malik, I'm picking Braun Breaker because I'm thinking, and I know G is right. If you look at the odds, it's like the right answer is CM Punk, but just hear me out. I'm picking Braun Breaker because what do you do with the Vision after? If they lose, it's like, where do they go from here? And to the point of Roman Cody 3, if you have Braun win, you can have the triple threat of CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker at Mania, or you can have CM Punk versus Braun Breaker again at Mania, or Seth versus Braun at Mania. But I'm picking Braun with the idea
that's assuming Seth will be back by then.
And yes, that is assuming Seth will be back. And if Seth will be back, it could be a triple threat. But if Seth's not, CM Punk, Braun Breaker's right there.
Yeah.
You know what I think? And I'm not, well, this ain't even really to you because you're not the only person I've heard use that sentiment. But you said a point that I want to address. You said, what do you do with the Vision from here?
Yep.
That's what you said. And I feel like, unironically, we still have the Nexus in the back of our minds. I think we still have the Nexus in the back of our minds, and it's very understandable. It's valid. But I genuinely do not think a loss here to Braun Breaker affects the Vision.
Okay.
Because we know good and well with all them interferences, it's not like it'll be a 1v4 like when Bianca took out Damage Control. You know CM Punk gonna have some type of help, whether it be the Usos, LA Knight, Roman. You know he gonna have some type of help, right? I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing if they lose, especially if Seth does come back, we've known Seth to wrestle when he wasn't cleared, right? When they did that little unsanctioned match, it's because he honestly wasn't really ready to go for it.
And he not wearing the sling right now. Just to add to your point, G.
Yeah, he on every ESPN analyst show.
Doing the Vikings game with no sling, moving that arm up and down. Yep.
He said he's back by Mania,
and that's what I'm saying. I really think like they could even do the whole mask thing where Seth actually does show up.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. To go to the Seth point, the Seth Rollins now storyline. Does he hate Braun Breaker more than CM Punk?
He does.
But here's my thing, though.
That's why it's a triple threat. That's why I say triple threat.
But here's my thing, though. Right? Y'all talk about that, and I understand it. I really, really do. But I wholeheartedly believe in my heart they still want to do Seth Roman. That was an aspect that I did not think they were going to like shy away from. They just couldn't tell the story because Seth got hurt. I genuinely believe the end game was Roman Seth to get that out the way. We've been waiting on it. Get it out the way, and now you have the perfect opportunity to do it without the title. You have the perfect opportunity because this what could easily happen. Let's just say, right, Seth Rollins comes in and text. He still hates Braun Breaker, so he gets on them, but he still hates CM Punk, so you know he's gonna curb stomp that man. He could easily be mad at Roman because if Roman comes out to help and CM Punk retains, brother, what are you doing? Like, you literally let CM Punk, the one thing that we were supposed to stop, that I thought I stopped last WrestleMania, and now you got, I mean, that's kind of reaching a little bit, but I do not think Braun Breaker winning here, because then what do you do with Punkmania? That's the other thing too. What do you do with Punkmania?
See, okay, so here's another theory. I feel you on Roman and Seth. That's what I thought they were leading to for sure. But
me too.
With Seth getting hurt, like he can't come back and not go after Braun Breaker now at this point. It just makes more sense.
He hurt
he's the one that, from storyline purposes, they said that he took him out with injury, and he's the one that got rid of him and stuff. So he's gonna have to go after Braun. But maybe they could. If
he returns at the Rumble and then Roman messes him up, I can see that.
Let's say we do Cody versus Randy, right? Let's say they do Cody and Randy at Mania. Now you got Roman on the table, you got Punk on the table, you got Seth, all these other people. Braun's the world champion. You could do Braun Breaker and Lesnar at Mania. I mean, you could still run a Roman and Punk story. It's still there too. They want to go there if they want to do something with that.
You've been bringing up
because I don't know. If I'm just saying hypothetically if Seth's not going to be back. I don't know.
Right. And so, I guess that's
Seth's going to be back.
Yeah, if we assume he's going to be back, you keep bringing up Brock Lesnar versus Braun. I don't see that happening at all. But if we go in the world where Seth Rollins comes back, I think Seth Rollins' only two opponents at WrestleMania, right? Not who he fused with, and just at WrestleMania. His only two opponents are Punk and Roman, in my eyes. Those are his only two opponents. I think he'll handle Brock. I think he'll come back for Braun. But I think the bigger story is Punk or Roman. And you can put Braun versus whichever other one doesn't fight Seth, if we really want to go there.
And let me ask you then, to that point. No, wait, G, to what you just
said. Give Braun Breaker a big WrestleMania match.
G, I agree with you. To what you just
Brock,
to what you
if
just
it ain't
said.
Gonna be Brock, gotta be Seth.
No, I'm saying let it be Punk. Let it be Punk. To G's point,
could be Punk. Honestly.
Let it be Punk. And
I mean, they could do Punk again, but it's like if Seth is in the mix, I think it would just be Braun versus Seth 1-on-1 for the title. That's what I would think. Or
also, I think it depends when Seth comes back. I think it depends when Seth comes back. Because if Seth comes back at the Rumble and Roman,
if he doesn't come back in January, that changes things too.
If Seth comes back at the Rumble, Roman cost him. You get your match that G wants, and then to Malik's point, if Braun wins on Netflix, that sets up CM Punk rematch with Braun right there.
It's just so tough because this little IR merchant decided to get hurt at the worst opportunity time.
Yeah.
That's such a stupid move.
My God, bro.
Let me ask you, Malik, if it is that, who do you give Cody? If it is Punk Brock Punk Braun and Roman Seth, do you give Cody Randy?
I say Gunther.
Cody,
I'm still with Gunther, bro.
Gunther with that Rumble, man.
I feel like this is just my thing. Cody's only real opponent should be either Randy Orton or Roman Reigns for me.
Okay.
Those should be his only real opponents. Because they're gonna probably have Cody main event night 2. Assuming, just hypothetically, he's probably gonna main event night 2. The only time Roman, I think, touches the night 2 main event is if he's facing Cody or The Rock. Now at this point, I think Roman's kind of their guy, where it's like they bring him back, he's still a big star, but they know they don't have to put him in the main event spot anymore. Like they can, but he doesn't have to be there. For me, y'all keep saying Gunther. I don't think Gunther's a night 2 main event guy, bro. I just don't look at him.
Yeah,
as
you lost me crazy. You lost me crazy.
He's not a big draw like that. He's not a big draw.
He doesn't have
WrestleMania
to
night
be.
2 main events are supposed to be the biggest matches you put on for night 2. That's what it's been for the entire existence of night 2. Gunther and Cody is a big match, but there are bigger options out there that you have that are bigger than that match. If you do Cody and Gunther, you're passing up Cody Randy. Cody Randy's a bigger match, bigger story.
Oh, I don't know about
you pass. Yes,
the story's there, Ryan. With the legacy. The mentor, mentee.
Hold on, everybody's talking at once. Cody and Randy has been something people have been waiting for a while, and Randy Orton's still a bigger star than Gunther, a much bigger star than Gunther. You have Cody, let's say, and then you have Cody Roman. Cody Roman's a much bigger match, bigger story.
Sure.
Cody and Punk,
that's the biggest.
Bigger story, bigger match if they were to do that. So you're looking at all these options here. Gunther is a night 1 WrestleMania main event. But if you're gonna tell me Cody and Gunther is gonna be the match that you're selling WrestleMania on, as this is our big marquee match.
Okay.
That we're selling out WrestleMania on. The biggest match of the year. You look at all the night 2 main events that we've had. So they've done it. Roman, Bryan, Edge. Big money match right there. Roman and Brock, whether we liked it or not, title for title, that was a big money match. Roman, Cody, 2 of them, big money match. Cody Cena this year, big money match.
I feel
Gunther doesn't match the box office level as any of those guys that just named right
there.
Okay,
but here's the, and this is where I
don't know if people will buy into it. That's the thing.
This is where I start getting a little nasty.
Career killer could be nice though. That's why I said he should be the legend killer.
This is where I start getting a little bit nasty, right? We just had a conversation at the top of this show about establishing new guys, right? Even though Gunther ain't the youngest on the block,
right?
He definitely way younger than these dudes. And for me, granted, you can say a lot of people. Let's just be real. A lot of people didn't like the Gunther tapping out Cena because they love Cena so much. Facts. Blah blah blah. Storylines that makes the biggest sense the way they were telling it, and it's freaking Gunther with his original theme. This is a different monster. Coming off of tapping out John Cena, all he got to do, in my brain, you win the Rumble. That's immediately your story with Cody. Because you go and confront Cody, and you like, hey, bro, yeah, your hero, yeah, I took him out, and I'm taking you out too, and I'm taking your title. And you can build off of that. Cody will get the most. He will get not the same level, but he ain't got sympathetic babyface cheers since The Rock almost took his Mania spot. My God, he would go straight back to that. Straight back to that sympathetic. Oh yeah, Cody's our guy. We can't go. The guy who tapped out Cena, we can't do with that. And when Gunther wins that match to end WrestleMania 42, my God, you just made your next big heel, your next biggest heel. I mean, Roman obviously was a different ballgame, but your next biggest heel since then. You have not had a big bad heel since then.
Go ahead, Minx. What you gonna say?
That's the thing I was gonna say is like, okay, I would agree he still kind of feels like a night 1 main eventer, but it's obvious that they want him to be bigger than that. It's like they let him retire Goldberg, they let him retire Cena. It's obvious that they want him to be more of a night 2 main event. So if they really are invested in him, which they obviously are, I wouldn't be surprised if they gave him night 2.
I agree with G. I just think, and I agree with G with G pitch 100% because I think Gunther is the heel they're making. But I agree with Malik at the same time because I still go back to Malik's thought of Gunther being the career killer. If you have Gunther take out AJ, then take out Chris Jericho, and then at SummerSlam, take out Brock Lesnar, I think at that point, then it's a little night 2. And then next year, it's like, okay, then you let him take out Cody or you let him take out Cody after he takes out Brock. And it's over with at that point. But it's like, do you want to let him retire all those people first? Or is it like give him the belt, then retire all those people? I think it just depends on which way you want to go.
Well, because I think the retirement aspect, like when that, even though I think they teased it early, I think that's AJ's last match because I think he's gonna go after Gunther with that title around Gunther's waist. He's gonna be like, this is gonna be my last ditch effort to try to win the world title, and I got to do it against you.
Gotcha.
And you know what I mean? Brock Lesnar.
I think his
retirement, quote unquote, for real, will be, especially because SummerSlam's in Minneapolis, right?
It is. Yep. That's why we keep saying it.
That might be the only place he gets cheered. Might. He still might not. But if you're gonna do it,
that's where you do it at. Yeah.
And I'm sorry, Gunther versus Brock Lesnar championship match. I don't give a fuck what y'all niggas talking about. That's a night 2 main event. You can easily sell that as a night 2 main event, especially in Minneapolis.
Yeah, for SummerSlam you could. Yeah, for SummerSlam you could. Sell it up for SummerSlam. For me,
it just depends what you want. Do you want him to chase or have the belt in dominate?
It's just for me. I'm looking at box office appeal, and I'm looking at the money and the draw, and I'm thinking WrestleMania, you're gonna want the biggest matches possible. And based off how they set it up, Gunther and Cody is just not night 2 for me, bro. Like Gunther and Cody would feel like Roman and Brock Mania 31. That's how I'm gonna feel about it. Like that did not feel like a WrestleMania main event for me at that time. Like Roman Reigns wasn't there yet. I'm like, bro, I'm not buying it. Now eventually it ended up happening, but it was like going into that, most of us felt like, I don't really.
What should have been the main event for you then?
I mean, at that time, you still had like Cena was still at the top of the peak. Like, there's different things there at the time. Like, it just felt weird at that time that Roman was in the main event against Brock. But eventually, like you said, you knew they wanted Roman that spot, and like she said, they probably want Gunther to be one of those guys too. So you're gonna have to maybe put him there eventually. But I'm looking at for next year, it was probably perfect for Roman at that time because they didn't want to put Daniel Bryan in that spot anymore, and Cena was moving down to the mid-card scene, so there was a clearer lane for Roman in that spot. But I'm looking at next year, based off the stories they could go to, there's just bigger options there. Like I said, Cody, Roman, Cody, Randy, Cody, like there's just bigger matches, bigger matches you can have.
If you're not doing Gunther that spot, you got to give him one of the retirement people. You got to give him Jericho.
And I don't know if, like,
you got to give him somebody like
I'm
that.
looking at based off of how majority of the audience, like I think it would take real time for a majority of the fans to really buy into Gunther as like a big box office attraction, because not everybody understands him. Not everybody understands his presentation, his gimmick. Some people think he's boring and he can't do this just because of his style of what he presents. I don't know if people are really going to buy into him. Majority of people are going to buy into the Gunther character as like big money draw type guy. So that's why I think too it's going to be. I think it'll be. I'm not saying it's impossible for them to do it, but I think it's going to be a lot harder.
Let me, and then I'll let you go, Ryan, because I know you want to say. Does he have to be seen as the big money draw guy, or could he just be seen as this big heel? Like I see.
Yeah, if you're gonna main event night 2, you got to draw, bro. It's WrestleMania. You're on the night 2 main event. Like we all know, night 1's a main event, but night 2 is the match you're telling us is the biggest match you're selling WrestleMania.
I get what you're saying. 100%.
Look at all the people who have been there. All the people who have been there are big money draw guys since they've done 2 nights, right? Everybody who's been there.
Then you got to do Randy Cody then, because Roman, I think, fits elsewhere. I think
Roman can fit elsewhere too, but I mean, Cody and Roman's also a safe bet too if they want.
It is. It definitely is.
Especially with Seth being injured, and if he's not available, it's just there's different options there. But I'm going based off how they've been doing it, and we've already came up here and said next year in Saudi we think they're doing Rock and Roman, right? So that takes Gunther out of that spot as well. Because I think they're doing Rock and Roman in Saudi Arabia next year. So. Or not next year, sorry, the year after.
That could be Cody's chase. That could be Cody's chase in 27 with Gunther with the belt. Or the new babyface, whoever the new babyface is. But go ahead, Ryan, because I know you've been.
I just look at 2026 Randy Orton versus 2026 Gunther. Gunther coming off the tap out of Cena, and then what is Orton even up to? That was my
chilling at the zoo.
PTO. That boy on PTO.
Yeah, like he's out there. He's in Saudi Arabia doing like
at the zoo.
But you also got to think too, though. Like it's still Randy Orton at the end of the day. A lot of fans are going to care.
But
especially
I think they could get Gunther.
That nostalgia talks for a lot of fans, bro. Like it's.
But it ain't like Cena nostalgia. It's Orton. He's never gone away.
Randy Orton got nostalgia, bro. Got a lot of nostalgia.
Not at WrestleMania Night 2 made up.
I'll say this, Ryan. I do think.
Maybe I guarantee if you do it, people gonna eat it up, bro.
Yeah,
they will eat it up
because of the legacy stuff.
He already Yeah.
There's still people. We talked about it last week. There's still people begging for Randy Orton to be the guy to beat Cody. I see it all over social media. They still begging for it. Like they still begging for Randy Orton to get that spot and to be the champion again. So, I mean,
it's the same story. Both of them were pinned by Cody in King of Rings, or when did Gunther for the Crown Jewel title?
I mean, there's
Gunther
more
was already
story.
pinned by Cody.
There's more
So
story
it's the
for
same
Randy.
story. I just feel like Gunther's much hotter right now, present time.
Gunther is much hotter for sure. For sure. No doubt about that.
And I just think this is a perfect opportunity. Like I said, are they going to do it? No. Everything is determined based off this IR merchant. That's what everything is determined off of. So I know we're still doing predicting for the sake of convo and all that. But until I see this IR merchant come back, I don't know what's going to happen because he is the determining factor he's literally the main domino for everything else.
Facts.
But in this scenario, I think if they decide to sit down and be like, yeah, Gunther, you just tapped out Cody. We're gonna give you the Rumble and you're gonna go. Tapping out Cody would be crazy too, but either way, let's just say you wanted to go get Cody. Yeah, Gunther, as of right now, he's not Roman, he's not Punk, he's not any of them, he's not even Brock, right? Like, I get it. I really do. But this is a perfect opportunity to put him in that spot. This is the perfect opportunity because the biggest complaint that we had for years is you need to make new stars. You got to pull the trigger while people are hot. Before they switched up on him, they were begging for Jey Uso to get an opportunity. LA Knight, I don't think people have switched up on him, but we were begging for 3 years. Give him Money in the Bank. Give him an opportunity, right? This is the perfect time after somebody has tapped out your beloved GOAT. Something he hasn't done in what was it, 18 years? He ain't tapped out since 07 or 08, whatever it was. You haven't done that since. You tap him out. This is a perfect opportunity. It reminds me of when Cena said, when Brock, even though it's Brock Lesnar, when Brock squashed Cena at SummerSlam, Cena literally said, you literally just came off beating the streak. This cannot be a competitive match. That was his logic going in.
I see what you're saying.
You have to capitalize off of that. You just tapped out John Cena.
You gotta capitalize on that, yeah.
You gotta capitalize on that. And you can do every other match, the career killer, you can do all that with the added stipulation of, yeah, you also coming for this title. That I'm not finna let you go. Right?
Title and career every match.
And my last little thing about it, you say you feel like it's going to take time for people to see Gunther that way. I literally vividly remember a time Gunther was seen like the best champion on either brand when he held that IC. And he was facing Ricochet, Shinsuke Nakamura in the Toon Squad before he went to Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. Like, if you really go back and look at them opponents, it was the mid-card of Doom. And they was looking at him like, man, Gunther, one of the best champions. He probably better than Roman at this point, or better than Seth. And then you just tapped out John Cena. I guarantee you they gonna get with it when he beat Cody. You beat Cody night 2, last match. You standing there and obviously Cody gonna get his 50-50 in, but it looks dominant. Like we know Gunther can put on. Yeah, that's a perfect opportunity to put him in that light. Perfect opportunity.
I don't know, man. I just feel like they can do everything. They can do everything that you're saying to do. I just don't think he needs the title right now to do it. Like he could just do the whole Legend Killer stuff for the entire year next year if they want to, especially with the people that they're talking about come back. Like AJ Styles is gonna be leaving next year. They talking about
they definitely gonna do it. It just depends with the
they
belt.
talking about Jericho could come back next year too for one last run. You could feed him to Gunther too. Like you could build up a whole year with Gunther. Just retiring niggas all year. Like and then if he gets to Cody. You know, because Cody might not be champion all year, but I'm assuming he's going to have more than one title reign. And, you know, he's going to have it a couple of times. So I'm just looking at based off of how they built WrestleMania every year for many, many years. I can't remember the last time I saw a WrestleMania main event match where it wasn't like big money guys that you knew could draw in it that were believable. I don't remember, maybe, like I said, it might have been Roman Lesnar for the first one. That was 10 years ago.
Would you consider Drew in 36 that guy?
Ooh,
I think Drew in 36 was a perfect opportunity to make him feel like that guy.
Yeah, different roster though, right? Like
different like roster at that time frame.
Depth wise and whatnot. Yeah.
The only person I don't want.
I think people were buying more into Drew McIntyre as a draw though at that time though, opposed to Gunther. I think they were like I'm talking about the fans, based on how the fans felt.
Because they liked him. That don't mean you can't be a draw. Roman Reigns.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody hated him.
But there are certain people who have that feel though. That they have that type of feel. There's certain people who have that type of feel to them.
Let me ask you, Malik.
You don't have to like somebody to know that. Like Roman Reigns was main eventing WrestleMania for 4 years.
Do you think
he wouldn't like it, but he felt like a main eventer though?
Does Gunther have the same amount of heat right now as a heel that Drew had in terms of likability in that year he main evented? Let me ask you. Do you think his heel heat is as big as Drew's love in that
right
year?
now? I would say it's probably the same right now.
Okay.
But also got to see what they continue to do with Gunther going into
main. Okay, for sure. If it continues to build, do you think he could main event then?
I think the Rumble win would literally just be enough. If he just won the Rumble, I think that's enough. Or if we really want to go there, let him clear the Elimination Chamber.
I was just thinking
he'll look more dominant doing that for real.
I think the Elimination Chamber is better than the Rumble win for him. I do.
If he clear that chamber, I'm not hearing nothing. I'm not gonna lie. It's the same thing with Drew. It's literally the same. It's a perfect opportunity to put him in that light. Only thing that sucked for Drew is that COVID happened. That's the only thing that sucked for Drew.
And no, for COVID.
See, I think it's as far as Gunther goes, I'm on the same. I'm thinking the same way as G Daddy. It's like, okay, if you have this man retire Goldberg, which they did, then you got him retiring Cena too. All these people, literal children, pissed off and crying and mad. Like you got a strong. You already got the foundation's there, so it's kind of like it's one of those things where it's like if you don't strike while the iron's hot, why would you waste it? Then on the other hand, like you were saying, it's WrestleMania, so it's kind of hard to predict what they're going to do. But to me, what they should do is just take that chance. He might not feel like somebody who will be a night 2 main eventer, but like to me, it's like, but you already put this much stock into him. You already put this much investment into him.
We gotta break it down.
Why not just do it?
We gotta break it down TKO and Triple H style, right?
Yeah.
Now, Triple H obviously has proven that he likes Gunther. Is a Gunther made guy. For sure. If it's up to Triple H, I think he probably would do it. But TK also has to say, and that goes back to my point, what they're saying. It's like, we got Gunther and Cody, but TKO, I think it's going to look like, bruh, we still got Cody and Roman. You talking about Gunther versus Cody? That's how I'm thinking they're looking at it. Like, what's going to bring in more money? What match is going to bring in more money? What match is going to get more views? What match is going to get more talked about? Gunther Cody would be great. I would be against it. But I think there's other options that are just bigger. Despite the momentum and story, that's why I said Gunther could just have AJ Styles, just have him start retiring people next year. There's another plan you could do for Gunther opposed to just going after the title right now. If there wasn't another vision for Gunther, then I would feel y'all. But there's something else you could still like. He could retire AJ. That makes kids cry right there too. Like
but
things you could do.
I don't know if AJ's ready in that match because, like G said, that made me think it's his last match. So is AJ ready to stop at Mania? That's
that's up to him. We don't know.
Yeah,
but also because remember back when we like early days of talk about this retirement tour, we all sat up here and said, whoever beats Cena in his last match, you have to pull the trigger with it. At the time, we thought it was going to be Braun, right? At the time, we thought it was going to be Braun, and it was like, hey, well, if Braun retire him, go ahead, put that title on him by the time you get to Mania. Yep. I mean, this was like wishful thinking, but we thought, hey, maybe Melo, maybe Melo might get one, right? Obviously, we know how that went.
Hey, shout out Melo though, US champ.
Yeah, shout out Melo. But it's like when even breaking down with TKO and how they feel and this is that. Yes, I get they're all about making money. I'm not saying they shouldn't make money. Anybody who tells you shouldn't make the most money possible, don't listen to them, right? That always should be on the table. But I think as long as you got them other jokers on the card, I think you can get away. I think you can get away with a Gunther Cody, right? Because him going because I even thought like, okay, well, what if you run Punk and Gunther back? Because technically he never got his rematch, right?
Right.
As crazy as that sounds, it feels like that's a step down for Gunther. If he goes after Punk for that world title, I feel like it's unironically, I feel like it's a step down. Because to me, if they did that, that means they would have either wrapped up that Vision storyline super quick or just didn't address it. And that would feel like a waste. So I think in a perfect world, right, to make everybody happy, just give that man Brock. Because we can buy that. You beat Cena, you beat Brock, and then you'll get to Cody later. I can get with that. But Brock is very much a man of his own will. If he don't want to show up, he's not showing up. So if that's off the table, we got to wait for that IR merchant because he literally holds the keys to every single plan right now.
But see, I don't think you think AJ Styles, if he retired AJ, that's a step down at WrestleMania.
I don't think AJ's retiring at WrestleMania. I feel like he said he wants to retire. I know he said he wants to retire in 2026.
Okay, let's say he did. Let's say he's retiring at WrestleMania. Gunther would be step down retiring Gunther?
Okay, cool. Like, okay, if he really said WrestleMania is my last match, fine. I can get with that. I don't think he will. I think it's very unlikely he does. But I just don't see AJ Styles not having a SummerSlam, a mid-card title run before he ended. Because no offense to Cena, love him, but at least AJ can still go on a regular basis. Cena had to like pull those matches out of him, like using his last efforts. AJ can still give you a 4-star match in his sleep right now.
Right.
So I don't see AJ, if he is gonna retire, I don't see it happening at Mania. That's way too soon. And if he was gonna retire at Mania, I feel like there would be a bigger emphasis on AJ on the shows and not just in that little tag team he was in. Like, I feel like they would have been building that up a little bit more. Right. It's, at least since the Cena match, they would have been building that up a little more. Like,
that's how they kind of already teasing it. That's why I kind of feel like they.
Yeah, I think they're setting that up for later. You know how Triple H loves long-term storytelling. I mean, shoot, Aleister Black and Damian Priest been in a feud all year. So I think they're saving that down for later.
Some people say it's a step down if you fought AJ at Mania. Some people think it's a step down. I don't think that's a step down though, because AJ's a legend. He's one of the all-time greats. I think that just boosts his stamina even more. Like if he retires Goldberg, Cena, AJ, we're talking about 3 legends right there, and with under a year, under the span of a whole year.
I wouldn't call it a step down. I mean, it would be an ongoing story, so it would make sense.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
AJ Styles is a legend, so I mean, he might not be John Cena, but I mean,
if you have him in the span, let's just say from SummerSlam, in the span of a year, if he retires Goldberg, Cena, let's say AJ Styles, we'll throw in Chris Jericho, and then we throw in Brock Lesnar as well. We're talking about 5 legends.
Chris Jericho
in the span of a year. 5 legends in the span of a year, and then you have him go after the title, go after Cody or whatever, and then he wins that way. That's to me what makes him feel more of like, okay, like he does all that in the span of under a year time frame, and then he defeats Cody the way he does by dominance or choke out or whatever it is, and then he's the champion. That to me is what's going to make him the bigger heel, and then that just builds up. If they wanted to have the next guy baby face or a bigger baby face or make Cody a bigger baby face to have going to drop the title to that person.
I would feel you a little bit more if he did all of that before he retired Cena, because he's not going to hit a height bigger than tapping out John Cena.
If he taps out Brock, oh, that's the same to me.
Okay. You didn't say tap out Brock. If he make Brock Lesnar tap out, I'll take it a step further. If he make Brock Lesnar tap out, that's bigger than tapping out Cena. To me, because visually, like you show somebody who ain't watched wrestling ever, you say, "Hey, Gunther made John Cena tap out." Even if they know who John Cena is, they're like, "Oh, John Cena." I mean, look at him; he looks old. He don't look like he.
It's bigger for Brock
Lesnar still today look like he could whoop everybody ass.
It is.
He made that nigga tap out. Yeah. Okay.
And then if you add the Chris Jericho, AJ Styles stuff,
I'm having that title match the next night. I'm not waiting. Next night.
I think he goes on this retirement run thing. I think he beats everybody by a submission. Like that's the story he's pretty much been doing and telling.
He passed Goldberg out. Yeah.
Passed out Goldberg. Even though Goldberg passed out.
He passed out. Yeah.
Cena, AJ for sure would do it. So,
but Brock is the only one though. If he's not going Brock, I feel like everybody else.
I think he would do it. I think he would do it to Brock too.
Well, I'm not. No, I'm not saying he wouldn't. I'm saying like. Unless that match happens and that does, all them other people you talk about retiring before he gets to Cody, I feel like are not going to hit the same level, and it'll just be prolonging the inevitable.
No, he got to tap
at this point, Me, again, unless you do Brock at Mania, he needs to win preferably the undisputed, because that's clearly the main title. I don't care who holds the world heavyweight. They've made clear that's the secondary. He needs to go win that I keep saying universal, that undisputed title for real. And I think if you don't give him the Rumble, fine, you can give over. I don't know who would win the Rumble, but you can give over Turning Seth or give somebody a 2-time. I don't care. Whatever you want to do. He definitely need to clear that chamber. One way or another, he need to do one of the two.
If he does tap out Brock, you cool with it being at SummerSlam? Because that's the only
yes. If him and Brock fight at Mania, I'm cool prolonging it to SummerSlam.
Okay,
because
gotcha.
Brock Lesnar, a win over Brock Lesnar, even though Brock Lesnar has only really lost to the top stars. He's lost to Roman, he's lost to Seth, he's lost to Cody. Like those are the only real people he be losing to.
Mm-hmm.
A loss to Gunther.
Yeah.
So let me ask Malik, because I like what you pitched in your scenario, because I don't think the AJ Styles match will happen at Mania for the same reason G said of how I don't think that'll be his last match. Do you give him Jericho then? He has to retire somebody at Mania. Do you give him Jericho? And I know you don't like that, G, but we got to get somebody.
It just depends, like who's gonna retire at Mania, right? Is it Jericho? Mm-hmm. Is it Styles? It's not gonna be Brock, because I think
it's not gonna, because Brock is at SummerSlam. Yeah,
you're looking at those three. I would just say I would say AJ would probably be the option, because it seems like they're already planning that, and I don't think they're going to build that longer.
True. They are dropping
long term.
Yeah,
like AJ Styles. If you listen to his interviews, it sounds like he's really ready to done. Like, he's really ready to go. Like he doesn't want to wrestle at 50. He said he's already 48. He's gonna be 49 next year at some point. So it's like
into that Mania. Yeah,
I think he's kind of ready to.
I think that they need to start kind of rehabbing AJ to get him ready for that, though, if that's going to be the case.
I think that's going to happen now.
You still got time, yeah.
No, they got time.
That's why he drops, I think, to your point, Ryan, I think he drops the tag titles to the Usos on the Monday Night Raw, and then I think we'll see AJ start going to TNA for a little bit, work with you.
I don't think he'll go to TNA.
You don't think so? So
I don't think they're gonna let him.
I look, hear me out. I think they let him go to TNA a little bit during this time frame. And then they set up the Gunther
Imagine
match.
he go to TNA and Gunther beat that ass in TNA. Come on, bro. Attacking in TNA.
Bro, Gunther gonna beat his ass everywhere. That's what I'm telling you. And then at Mania, you have Gunther take him out. Because you gotta let him go to TNA before Gunther takes him out. And I think that's how you get him to agree to the tap out. You let him go to TNA, and then boom, you tap him out. AJ at Mania. Are you okay? Are you okay with that, G? Not Jericho. AJ Styles.
Well, with Jericho,
I think I woke him up. I woke him up with AJ Styles. Okay.
With AJ,
I would still sleep.
I would steal the Ric Flair formula and have him just wrestle all the time until he loses.
That's what I'm saying. You let him go to TNA. You let him do all of it.
I had that plan originally. For him for the world title, but after this is before Gunther tapped out Cena. This is before like all this stuff had happened.
I remember that you were saying CM Punk, AJ Styles. This is when we were predicting that. Yeah.
Now things are a little different.
They can't copy paste all these retirement storylines because that shit gets weird and lame. You know?
No, but I think AJ
a little bit more organic with it, and they got to give them some vulnerability and some hope, honestly, too. Because if it's like, all right, Gunther's rolling out all these guys just to tap them out. That's going to start hurting the match.
Ric Flair stuff works for AJ Styles, though. It does.
It does. That's what I'm saying, Lynn. It works.
Hold on. Light bulb just came on. Hey.
Oh, you woke up? Okay.
Yeah. Now that we start talking
about AJ Styles got it. We got Chris Jericho out of there. We got
now that we start talking about Chris Jericho in 2026 or 2025 going into 2026. Anyways, light bulb just came on. So this is what we do. In this scenario, Seth Rollins just came back.
Mm-hmm.
In this scenario, Seth Rollins just came back. Cody Roman. Night 2, so that Malik is happy.
Okay.
Let's go ahead get the trilogy out the way. Seth, Punk, Braun, triple threat.
Okay, nice.
No. I lied. Seth and Braun.
Okay, nice. Still nice.
Gunther, you can give him Brock.
Oh, you giving him Brock early?
We give him at Mania.
So he could lose?
I said Gunther Brock. Brock can lose at Mania.
Brock can lose. Okay.
Yeah, Brock can lose at Mania. That's fine.
Okay.
And so here's where we get to this, right? The Royal Rumble winner is actually AJ Styles. You get AJ Punk. at WrestleMania.
That'd be cool.
That I think they could sell that for sure.
I like that.
You can give AJ the win. and Gunther beating AJ Styles, retiring him for the world title, even though it's not the undisputed.
Raw after
Mania
with
that.
Okay.
I
That's
can
a
get with
Saturday
that.
night's main event. I like that Saturday night's main event.
Yeah,
And they could make Saturday night's main event Gunther's thing, you know?
Yeah, that could be Gunther's thing. He's retired both Goldberg and Cena at Saturday. Let Saturday night's main event be Gunther's thing. I like that.
AJ can maybe not a U.S. Open challenge because I don't think you should be doing open challenges with your world title like that. But he can wrestle a couple nights on Raw. It doesn't have to be all the time, but he can do a couple nights on Raw, right? You know, you have your little defense. Make sure you get
the AMC premiere of TNA. Let AJ Styles be there. I promise you, WWE gonna let that shit fly, bro.
I don't think they're gonna do it, bro.
The premiere, bro. Just one night, Malik. Just the debut.
They should, but I don't. It's
that night.
It's main roster. I don't think they're gonna do it, bro. they let him do that little one appearance. You know what I'm saying with Leon Slater and stuff.
I was gonna say they letting Leon come to Raw, bro.
But to have him wrestle on a TNA show, I don't think they're gonna let him wrestle, bro.
I hope, bro. I'm praying, bro.
Mind you, this was just like so. I feel like that's an option. We're like, okay, everybody's happy.
Everybody is happy with that.
I don't think Cody Roman 3 should happen. I think if they're gonna do it, they should save it for Saudi because I don't want to see Dwayne show up. At all. I'm so sick of that man.
Now, see, that's another.
Sick of that man.
That's a whole nother hour long.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, let's not even jump into that. Let's not even jump into that.
I'm so sick of that man. I will never like. He already has done some stuff.
WWE is stealing Leon EPWS,
but him literally being
they definitely are
in the biggest heel turn probably ever.
And fucking
and
up,
just not showing up. I would never want to see you. I never want to see him in a wrestler role ever again. He can come out here, hey, WrestleMania's in New Orleans, and then take it back because we're going back to Vegas. Finally, WrestleMania is in Saudi Arabia. You can do all that. I don't want to see you in the ring. I don't want to see you in the storyline. I don't want to see you near nothing. So I'm good off Rock Roman. I'm good off that. That can be the match that never was. They can go make a Dark Side of the Ring, the Unreal. They can make all that about that match that never was. I don't want to see that man show up.
Malik, what else we got to predict for 2026?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ryan. What do you want to say real quick?
I would say yes or no around the horn. Roman Cody 3 this year. What do you think?
Oh,
that's what I think they're gonna do. Yeah, that's what I think they're doing. There's no way.
The IR merchant doesn't come.
I'll be shocked if we not getting Rock and Roman in Saudi Arabia, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. The type of money they throwing at their feet and the money they can make. I think
we get that at 43. You think that we get that at 44?
Whatever. I think we get Rock and Roman's in Saudi Arabia. I think that's like that show is
Rock Roman. Okay.
Yeah, that is literally set up for that show. Like that match is literally set up for that show. With that environment, that crowd, the money too. It's just. If they don't do that, I honestly will be surprised if they don't do it. That's why I think they're gonna do Cody Roman. Because at first I thought they were going to do Cody Seth. Roman and Seth, and they would do Cody versus Randy. But with Seth getting hurt and then the Braun Breaker stuff, I just don't see Seth coming back, not going after Braun Breaker now at first. You know what I mean? Like I just don't see how they do that story without him going after that guy first. So I'm looking at Cody. I mean, they could do Gunther like you guys said. I think they could do Randy, but I'm not really sold on that now, just for the simple fact, like, we haven't seen Randy in a while, and I don't know if WWE's really interested in that per se. If I'm being honest, like, I don't know if they're really interested in that. Based off what we saw at War Games, I kind of feel like they're going to start to plant the seeds for that Roman Cody 3. Like, we already know what's going to happen. Let's just get it out the way. And
I agree with your prediction for Roman Rock, Malik, for what the results of Roman Cody will be the thing that helps set up Roman Rock. I do agree with you on that 100%.
So that's kind of where my head is at on that. As far as now, I like G's prediction. It feels up to me because I still want to see Cody and Punk. That's what I would want to see.
Ooh.
That's what I was hoping they were gonna do. And then we get AJ or we get Lesnar and Gunther out of the way, but. If they do Cody Roman and then we get Punk and AJ, I'm cool with that. I can live with that. I'm cool with that aspect if they want to do that. And you get Gunther Brock, I'm okay with that as well. I like that aspect. So I just kind of feel based off the circumstances, Seth Rollins' injury kind of really changed a lot of things for me. Like it changed a lot of
everything up.
The direction that we saw for sure. Because before Seth got hurt, no doubt they were going to do Roman Seth for sure. I was like, yeah, they're definitely going to do that. And then Cody Randy was probably going to be the plan, but it's like now that Seth got hurt, things have changed. And now it just kind of makes things a little bit different. Like, okay, now what do we do when he, I mean, hopefully they figure it out and come to a conclusion to make it work for everybody, as opposed to like how it was this year. So if it was up to me, I would much rather see different stuff, but I just feel like that's just my only thing with the Cody and Gunther stuff. Like I'm not against it. That's not my argument. I'm not against that match happening. It's just based off other matches. I don't look at that as a night 2 main event opposed to what else they could have on the table for that for that WrestleMania. Because to me, when you do WrestleMania, you're going to sell me on the biggest matches possible. And especially for the night 2 main event. You're like, this is the biggest match of the show, right? So it's like, based off other options there, I just don't see that being a possibility. So, but I'm not exactly sure what they're going to do, if I'm being honest. I'm kind of like, I'm not really sure. I for sure think they're going to do Cody Roman, though. Like, I for sure think that's going to happen. That's my prediction for that. So, other bold predictions. Did anybody have their own bold prediction? Like their own take or something, that they want to throw out there?
I think Joe Hendry wins the NXT championship next year because everybody's leaving. I think they're setting up Joe Hendry to be like the face of the NXT.
All they're going to have is him.
Yeah, that's it. Essentially.
It's going to be him.
Him and Tony D, 100%. I think they're going to feud, Ryan. 100%. I think that's what's going to happen with everybody leaving.
That's a weird mix of individuals right there.
Now, do y'all think Oba leaves too? Because I do see Javon, Trick, Ricky, and Ethan. I see all four of them.
Well, somebody got to beat Oba, so he'll stay for that.
Okay, gotcha. I see all four of them. I think Ethan, Ricky, Javon, and Trick all leave.
Yeah, it's really just whoever beats Oba. I mean, me personally, if it was me, Ricky would have never beat that mug in the first.
That was weird, man.
That story was set up for Javon Evans.
Credibility.
No, he didn't.
I should have went to Javon.
I'm not gonna lie, Ricky Sainz did not need that.
He didn't need it. I agree. As a Ricky stan, he didn't need it. It should have been Javon.
It should have been Javon because they literally set up the whole story for it. Javon should have beat the one to beat Oba. Not gonna lie, it should have been Javon versus Cody at Saturday night's main event because I think Javon would have won at that point. That's what I think it should have been. And then, somebody beating Javon wouldn't be too crazy because Javon is just finally getting this moment. Doesn't need to have a long reign. He can be the Johnny Gargano where, hey, you got your moment. You had a good little month, and then we beat you with somebody else. So I think it's just a matter of whoever beats Oba. But I'm not gonna lie, who the hell is beating Oba?
Do you give it to somebody in the dark state? I just want to see because someone in the comments said Dion Lennox, and I was like, I do not like Dion Lennox. I'm a Shaquan Sugars guy. I think Shaquan Sugars is the best one in dark state, but it's like I don't know if you could give it to him, Ryan. I don't know if he's ready.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised they're calling up Javon like this early.
Javon, Trick, Ricky, and Ethan is crazy. You taking everybody, bro.
That's because they're mid carders. That's because they need people with mid card.
Not giving that NXT run as champion, I kind of feel like it's a missed opportunity for NXT.
That shit's crazy, bro.
You don't think he's still gonna get it? He's just pulling double duty right now.
Ooh.
No, they say he's coming up. Like he's going to the main. That's from what I'm seeing.
No, I know they're gonna call him up, but
no,
I think
he might pull double duty. I think he will because they said I saw the report from Fightful that they don't want to do the draft anymore and that they're just gonna have people. Certain people will go to multiple brands. Like certain people will be Raw and NXT. Some people will be Raw and SmackDown. Some people will be SmackDown and NXT. I think that's how.
Because if Javon doesn't beat Oba, who else is gonna do it?
Probably Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry, yeah.
Which damn near might be as bad. Maybe worse than when Ricky did it.
That's way worse than Ricky, bro.
Because Ricky was just weird.
That's worse than Ricky? Yeah.
Joe Hendry worse than Ricky.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
Joe Hendry can't hoop, bro.
When Ricky win, okay, Joe Hendry can't hoop. I probably won't go that far. But when Ricky did it, it was just like
maybe it could be Leon Slater.
Ooh, nah, you don't like Leon, bro?
It's not that I don't like Leon. If you gonna have Leon Slater win, why don't you just have Javon?
It should have been Javon, yeah, for sure.
You have more invested in that story, so that's my only thing. I just feel like when Ricky did it, it was like okay.
Gonna be interesting.
If Joe Hendry does it, oh my brother.
Where that nigga from NXT came up with the no tooth from the LFG.
The dark web nigga. I'm looking at him, bro. Fuck.
I don't remember his name. Something, man.
Oh man. Shiloh Hill. It's
Hold on,
Hold on. Wait a minute.
What's-
Okay, so hold on. I gotta respond to this real quick. So somebody said in the comments that Randy versus Triple H main evented over HBK and Shawn, and I said, well, that was the best and biggest story going into that Mania, so that made sense. This person said Randy wasn't as hated then as opposed to Gunther now. Are we talking about Randy Orton, who killed the entire McMahon family going into that WrestleMania?
That
Randy Orton was the Randy Orton was the most hated guy going into that WrestleMania.
That was the hottest he's been as a
That was the
heel.
hottest he ever was. Like he was the most hated guy going into that WrestleMania. So he was definitely more hated than Gunther. Like Gunther right now he got heat, but like
I think Gunther can get there though.
Gunther can get there, but
he
Randy
gonna
Orton was
get there.
like he killed the entire McMahon family single-handedly by himself. Like the man and the woman. So that mean he had was kind of crazy. Like
When he kissed Stephanie, that shit was fire.
his heat was so bad storyline wise. Triple H put up to his crib. Triple H put up to the nigga's crib and shit.
Yeah,
That shit
fuck
was
this,
wild.
fuck this whole shit
And
up.
then they made
That's him, Malik Shiloh Hill. That's him.
Oh, yeah. Jasper
Bro,
Troy.
he was picking up keyboards
Bro,
and hitting niggas
bro,
with
ever
keyboards. That
since-
shit is crazy.
Bro, ever since I saw Jasper Troy and all I
He's
saw
so-
was the lock from WWE 2K, I've never been able to take him serious.
Bro, he's the
He's
speed
literally dressed like
champion, bro.
It's literally like, hey, y'all remember that video game when the lock? Yeah, put that on Jasper.
The
There we go.
slowest nigga in NXT is the speed champion.
What you got a bold prediction for next year?
No, he's not. He's the speed champion.
He
the
was.
speed champion.
He was. I don't know if he still is. I think he might be. Yeah, he still is. Jasper Troy. Yep.
He's speed champion. He's speed champion right now. Yep.
Mhm.
Nobody cares about that title anyway. But Max, what's your bold prediction for you? Got one that's gonna be in 2026? It could be anything.
I don't know if I really have one. I think Roxanne is probably going to get her first run, like
Next year?
her first title run. Yeah.
What about for AEW? 'Cause I know you're more tapped into AEW right now than WWE.
Yeah. AEW is much harder to predict because they just don't do what you expect them to do ever. For AEW, I think we're going to see Cope and Cage get back together for sure. They're like not, Edge is doing his TV show or whatever, so they're kind of like written off right now. But they're definitely gonna like put them together for a run.
As soon as he finished Percy Jackson, they beat an FTR.
Yeah, for the titles.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah,
He's
because the
he's
FTR
almost
thing.
done.
So
Yeah, they're definitely gonna finish that up in some
Yeah,
sort of way.
Minx, I think Edge finishes. So Percy Jackson season 3 is filming currently. It's said to be finished by like January, beginning of February. So I could see around the first big pay-per-view for next year. That's when the feud between Edge and FTR starts.
forgive me, I'm a science teacher, coach, about to have a baby. They haven't started that feud.
Edge hasn't been there, bro. He's been going.
Edge ain't been there yet. He been going. He been filming Percy
So
Jackson.
when he came back to save Christian, what month was that? Was that not in the summer?
That was
That's when they were in Toronto, right?
Yeah,
Was that not in the summer?
but
Yeah,
he
he been
been
gone
gone since
since
then, bro. He
That
been
was
gone
all
since then.
out.
So he came back to help him and then just
Yep, and then dipped out.
nothing?
Well, no, it's not that it was nothing. It's that they
They had to go find
gave
themselves.
they gave Beth Phoenix a crazy spiked pile driver, and that basically was like, okay, she's injured. So that was basically the reason why they wrote him off. Like, okay, now this is getting too crazy. They're attacking my wife. They're attacking my family. So that's kind of how they made that make sense.
Okay, that's a little better because
Yeah, Edge basically told Christian like he
He got
needed
stuff
to
to
go
do.
away, and he had to handle some things, and then like basically, and that's remember them rumors when people were like, "Oh, Edge gonna come back and be seen as last opponent," and shit like that. That's how that was because he said he was leaving, and people were like, "Oh my god, he's leaving AEW," and it was like that was never the case. So he just going to film something.
Okay. I was just asking because I know that happened like over the summer, so I was like to hear that feud hadn't started. I was like, whoa.
Oh no, it started, but it's just that it's kind of like a on hold thing.
All right, so who in next year is gonna have who's somebody next year y'all think is gonna have a big year in 2026?
Oh, all right, a lot of
You got one person you can name.
Okay. Okay.
Even if it's delusional, even if you just feel like next year 2026 this person gonna have a
Can
big year.
we
So
get
I
one
got you.
WWE, one AEW?
Well, I can get mine out the way because clearly
Don't say Finn Balor, bro. Please don't. Say
a
Finn
while ago clearly there was a typo,
Balor. Don't say Finn Balor. bro.
right? They said old boy was gonna get a push in 2025, but clearly they mistyped. Is it meant to say 2026? Because your new IC champion come WrestleMania. That boy Finn Balor, baby. That boy Finn Balor, baby.
We consider that a big push. Okay, just want to ensure he can get the IC title.
Hey man,
he can get the IC title.
Hey, just wait till he take that world title off of off of your boy AJ, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, okay.
Wait.
So what would you do? Would you go with Ilya or Sammy coming out of that US title? Which one would be your breakout guy? Which one would you be breaking out with that?
Neither.
Neither. I'm just looking at the way that they built that title up, and then they'll make
honestly, I would say
because SmackDown's going 3 hours, they need to do some shit.
Oh yeah, you're right about that. Who's your breakout star? Who you got?
I was gonna say Javon because I thought he was the breakout for this year.
Okay.
But
let me be clear on this. When I say breakout, I'm saying somebody next year you think is gonna get a push. Like 2026, this person gonna level up. They're gonna be bigger than what they are right now.
Yep. Yeah, I think that. All right, then I'll go Javon because I think that he, like you guys were just iterating 20 minutes ago, that he was on all these NXT plans. I think they just kiboshed him because they got real plans on SmackDown or Raw, whatever. To break him out. And to Mick's point way earlier, they need to bring that median age down by a lot, and he would help that out as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Half is everyone's age, and that would shut everyone up from that aspect, right? Okay. So I would say Javon.
I got my man Melo. Melo about to have a big year in 2026. Is guaranteed. Melo about to do some things. I do like your answer, Javon, Ryan, because I agree. Javon gonna get a big push. But Melo about to do the damn thing. And then for AEW, I'm torn, bro, because they're because MJF is back now. You know what? Nah. Yeah, no, Malik said it could be delusional. I think DOA or GOA, Gates of Agony, have a big year. It's specifically the guy with the dreads, my guy Bishop Khan. I think Bishop Khan has a good year in AEW. But yeah, Melo we back, baby. We hanging up jerseys. It's going down. SmackDown be in 3 hours. We about to kick Johnny Gargano's ass. He about to get his ass beat. We bringing back the spinner belt. It's going down, man. It's going down.
I'd love to pick the tag division as a breakout. That's what I would like to
pick. Just get the MFTs. Not the MFTs. Excuse me. Sorry, Solo. We respect you. Get the fucking Wyatt Six the fuck up out of here so we can get the tag team division back, bro. Motor City, Street Profits, DIY, Fraxium. Get the Wyatts the fuck up out of here.
As much as I've been a defender of the Wyatts, the second they won the tag titles, I was like, they tried to make it feel a little better when TLC came around for SummerSlam, but I was like, they're not a group that needs titles. It's kind of like when Bray Wyatt first debuted The Fiend. This is not a character.
Yeah, they shouldn't have titles.
Stop putting them in that because they're very much what I call story dependent. They're not going to give you great matches. They're not going to give you great feuds. They're going to give you great stories, though. Facts. They're going to tug at the psychological layers, kind of like when Marvel was really starting to play Easter eggs and a bunch of stuff, and you watch something and it would tie back to something from 4 movies ago. That's what the Wyatts are good at. That's what Bo Dallas and Bray Wyatt, when he was here, that's what they were really good at, right? Because remember when The Fiend first came here, he started attacking all the people that he would lose to as regular Bray Wyatt. Right, that's what they're good at. They are very story dependent. When you are a very story dependent character,
you can't have the belt.
You're limited, and when you put something like a title on you that you now have to defend, that means you are now going to be forced in stories that really don't make sense for your characters.
Yep.
Like realistically, why are the MFTs and the Wyatts should not be feuding
at all?
Realistically. The only thing that really made this feud cool was when Solo basically was like, "You don't deserve the Wyatt name."
Yeah, and
that's when it was like, okay, right.
He started doing the Easter eggs. That was the best part.
I was there for that. So I was like, okay, that's probably your best promo, Solo. Cool.
That's why I didn't want to shit on Solo. Solo is the best part of that fucking feud, bro. He really is,
and that's saying a lot, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Especially when Solo looked at him for.
Makes. What about you? Breakout star for 2026.
I think they're definitely gonna put Braun Breaker a little bit further, make it more obvious that he's on his way to the main event. As far as AEW goes, definitely Ospreay when he comes back. They're gonna fast track him right to the top.
He fighting MJF and at All In London. 100%.
Yeah, he's going straight to the top when he comes back. I'm also curious to see what they do with Jericho when he comes back to WWE. I think they're gonna look, G Daddy. Some of us love Jericho. Sorry about it.
In 2026.
Yeah.
You know he washed Minx. You know he washed.
He's
that
gonna come
learning
up.
tree thing was horrible.
Learning Tree was pretty funny. But yeah, I think whatever he does, it'll be interesting. I think he's gonna do something brand new and different, like always.
I think for me next year, I'm gonna say Obafemi, because I think a lot of people have doubts with him on the main roster. I don't have any. I think I wouldn't be surprised if he come and take that title from Melo when he get to the main roster.
Oh, see, okay, I'm glad you brought that up. Where do you think our guys go? So Oba, I thought Melo might feud with Trick because they talking about Trick going to SmackDown. I didn't know if we wanted Trick and Melo again. Javon, Ricky, and Ethan. Where do you think our guys go? I meant to ask y'all that. So if y'all had to say where they went, where do y'all think they go?
Brand spread, LOL, doesn't matter. Put them in both. I don't care. It doesn't. Y'all need depth regardless.
You think SmackDown getting Trick, or you think Oba going to SmackDown?
SmackDown needs all of them.
Because I could see Oba fucking up the 3 Stages of Hell match and screwing over Drew, and that starts Oba and Drew's feud. I see
Fatu doing that. That's what I see.
Jacob Fatu doing it.
Yeah, I think it's Jacob and Drew at Mania. That's what I think.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I think Oba and Trick will probably be on SmackDown.
I didn't even think about that man, Jacob. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. So the first thing, I'm gonna bring him out because Jacob, I feel like if he didn't have to go get whatever surgery he had to go get, yeah, he would be like, hey, this man might win the Rumble.
Somebody messing up the 3 Stages of Hell though. Somebody is.
So Jacob is one of them, and Bronson Reed. That man.
Yeah, Bronson gonna be a year.
I remember what's it called a while ago when he was attacking Seth Rollins and all that stuff. Me and Nate we didn't get into it, but I was like, if Bronson Reed win this feud against Seth Rollins, why can't he go fight against Gunther for the world title or whatever the case? They was not trying to hear. I'm not gonna lie, that boy. I know Braun Breaker's a star because he's younger. He got the face for it. He got the
Bronson Reed a star.
Stature. I'm not gonna lie, Bronson Reed gonna be a world heavyweight champion too,
and he can cook on the mic. New Japan trusted him. He was one of the few people to beat Okada, bro. Like. Nah, Bronson Reed is that fucking dude. And I'm sorry.
He's got to win over Okada and Roman.
What?
That boy.
Sorry, Mr. Burnout. Drew is not winning the title.
Hey, I even got a hot take. He might win the world title first before Braun.
Ooh.
He might. Depending on how they want to play this.
He is the Batista. He the Batista of the group. He is the Batista of the group.
He might win it before Braun. He might. I wouldn't be.
I like Bronson Reed though. I think Bronson Reed definitely going to be world heavyweight champion at some point for sure. I'm not exactly sure when, but I think his time will come for the world title for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's somebody that y'all want to see get a push next year? Like somebody that you guys want to see get an opportunity next year. Not sure if they will, but somebody that you feel next year should get at least some type of opportunity to. Doesn't even have to be a main event push. Just an opportunity. Give this person a chance.
Ethan Page on the main roster, bro. Ethan Page on the main roster is mine. I need it. Him and Chelsea, bro, they're going to do great things. Don't do that, G.
I mean, that duo is
they're going to do great things. Don't do
that. I've never been the biggest fan of.
I got you. Ethan.
So it's like,
So my 2 answers would be, one would be Chelsea Green. I think Chelsea Green has
she has it.
Every credential for a women's wrestler. I think she's super entertaining. I think she could have good matches. I think she could really be somebody you could at least level up a little bit more next year. I'm not saying that she has to, be like one of the top vocal stars of the women's division that's like getting this huge main event push or anything like a Rhea or a Io or a Bianca or anything like that. But I think Chelsea Green got a lot of potential, man. I think she could be utilized a lot better. I know she has the comedy gimmick role and she wants to be like the female Miz. She's talked about that in many interviews and podcasts and stuff. And I respect that 100%. That's totally fine. She plays her role very, very well. But
Miz got to push.
I feel like she has so much more to offer to the women's division than post how she's being used. And then for I'll throw out one for AEW.
Ooh, okay,
For
let's-
me, for AEW, I've always liked Luchasaurus, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Man. I've always liked him, man. Like, I feel like he could be doing something a lot better, bro. Like,
You
he ain't
taking
gotta
the
be a
mask
world
off
champion.
him?
No, he ain't gotta be world champion, but he could be doing something better, bro. Like, I've always liked
I respect it.
his aspect. I think he could wrestle good. I just feel like, his gimmick is like the dinosaur thing, right? So it's
Mhm.
like he wears the dinosaur mask and he's the lucha, of the dinosaur, whatever it is. But it's like, I've always liked him, bro. I just hated that he was always attached to Jungle Boy because I'm like, oh my gosh, bro.
Oh,
Like,
and
the
they
team
got
is-
and you gonna be
the
sick
team is
'cause he-
popular, it's cool, and everybody likes the the whole Jurassic Express stuff. And they got the whole chance for the theme song, and it's a cool vibe. I've been in person and seen it. It's a cool vibe, but it's like Luchasaurus. I feel like he could be a better singles competitor than what they present him as. I'm not saying he got to be like top of the food chain, but like he had a nice little run with the mid
Let him
card
do
title and
something.
stuff. I feel like he could be a nice little. I feel like he could have been a real killer for them, like opposed to
Yeah, they
what
don't know how to
what
do
they-
big men, bro. That shit is trash.
Yeah, because they messed up Wardlow and they messed up a lot of their big guys. I feel like he could have been a real
All of
killer
them.
for them, but
Except
they
Samoa
haven't
Joe,
really-
that's the only one.
they haven't really
Yeah,
capitalized on
Samoa Joe like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
facts.
they haven't really capitalized on like I said the bigger guys. I suppose so. Ryan, who are you gonna throw out there?
I kind of want to see what they can do with Theory. I think he has the
Ooh, okay.
intangibles. He's young enough. He's got the equity. He's had a good resume within him. Now with Paul Heyman on screen and off screen, have that energy towards him. I want to see what they can do with them. You know what I mean? I think he had that Vince stank on him. On screen and behind screen, right? And I think he doesn't have enough talent. He's got the look. He's got the athleticism. I want to see what he could be, really. And I think it could be as a baby face when it eventually happens to as well. So
you like anybody for AEW?
AEW, I Fletcher. Like you would think it's Takesha or you would think it was Okada out of that stable, but I want to see what
You want more
if Callis
Fletch?
stepped behind. Or who?
You said you want more Fletcher action.
Yeah, I would like if Callis was the one to get really behind him, right? And then put all that.
You think
there.
Fletcher? You see more potential in Kyle Fletcher than Takeshita?
No, I'm just saying if they went with him over them. Yeah, I think so. Just because
I do too.
Just Fletcher does have it. He
right
has it.
now, yeah.
Over Takeshita though? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so in America, I think as shitty as this is gonna sound, I think
I
Kyle
didn't wanna
Fletcher
say
has
you
more.
just
It's
Yeah.
we can
Kyle
we
Fletcher
can be
has
blunt
more-
up here. We can be blunt up here.
He has
Yes.
more potential in America because
In America,
the
yes.
English, yeah, and then but worldwide, people respect Takesha. Probably Takesha can be more
Yes.
over in
Yeah, for
Japan,
sure.
in England, and all these other places because
Yeah.
they respect Japanese wrestling. Whereas in America, we don't. As sad as that is.
That's if Fletcher doesn't kill himself, though. Right?
Yeah,
Right,
talk about.
right.
See, I didn't say
Oh.
my AEW. I got an AEW one. I'm saying the Bang Bang Gang as a whole because
Yo,
God,
Bang Bang
I
Gang's fire.
need Jay White to come back and do some fire shit, bro. You got the guns. You got
Listen,
Juice
bro,
Robinson.
the way they were using Jay White before he got injured, I was not feeling that. Bro.
I wasn't
That shit
feeling
was
it
pissing me.
either. That shit
Nah,
was
Hell,
hard.
I vividly remember when CM Punk
Oh
left, they
my
killed Jay
God.
White in that group on Collision. When
Oh.
CM Punk left that company, they killed him.
Bro,
They were literally like, bro, you had people genuinely upset he didn't dethrone MJF. Granted,
Jay
it was a
White,
stupid way they did
to
it.
me, Jay
but-
White could be bigger than Will Ospreay. He could be bigger than all of them because he can speak. He can talk. Like, he has that Conor McGregor thing. Like, I always thought if he went to WWE, he would have been Triple H's Conor McGregor. I thought he should have went to WWE, bro. Like, Jay White has it. And then he can wrestle. There's a reason why New Japan had him whoop Hangman's ass every fucking time. There's a reason why he was one of the few people to beat Okada. There's a reason why they trusted him with Bullet Club. Jay White has it, and I agree with you, Malik. AEW was hoeing him before he got
Yeah,
injured,
I
bro.
wasn't feeling that. I wasn't feeling
God.
that really either, man, bro. Like,
No, yeah, they did.
Oh.
The way they
Sorry
made
for
him
the
lose
rant.
to the way they made him the way they made him lose to MJF, and then what they did to
Embarrassing.
him, and then what they did to him in that little Continental Classic. I was like, yeah,
Oh.
y'all niggas got it. I was like, y'all niggas got it.
Yeah, I forgot
Y'all-
about the Continental Classic.
Yeah,
Oh my
because it was
gosh.
back to back, bro. It was
Oh
back to
my
back. He had the
God.
feud with MJF, lost that stupidly, and then
The Continental Classic was horrible, bro. They just
yeah,
literally
the
threw him
Continental
under the bus.
Classic.
I wasn't too opposed to him losing when how he lost to MJF was bad, but
Yeah,
they really wanted. We all know they really wanted Adam Cole to be that
Yeah,
guy.
they really, yeah, of course.
And he got hurt, and then Adam Cole just ain't never been the same ever since.
Yeah, but it was the
He won't be
Continental.
the same, bro.
But I wasn't too mad about that. It was the Continental Classic.
The Continental Classic
Yeah,
is what
that-
killed him.
That was dumb.
And then the
But-
fact that they teamed him up with Billy Gunn and the fucking Acclaimed with the scissor me guns up. Oh my god.
Even though it was funny, it was beneath. Jay White.
Oh my god. That shouldn't have
The
been for
gimmick
Jay
was
White.
funny,
Yeah.
but it was beneath Jay White.
That's Juice
Everybody else though,
Robinson
I
level.
was with,
Yeah.
but that was beneath Jay White.
Oh my
I saw a couple people say it in the chat earlier, and I've been an advocate for this for forever. This is my AEW one. I almost thought Tony Khan was racist the way they treated Athena for the longest. I thought if Jade and Mercedes and Willow did not exist in that company, I would have thought Tony Khan was racist the way they treated Athena for years.
The way he treats
Years.
all
Somebody-
black people besides
Somebody
Swerve, bro.
just somebody just said in the chat earlier as well. On July 18th or 28th, whatever it is, 2026, she would have passed Roman for the longest title reign in the modern era, and nobody cares. Like bluntly stated,
Speak about
nobody
it.
cares about Ring of Honor.
Yep. Not a
If she
fucking-
lost that title today, nobody would care. And the fact that one, even as her, what's it called? When she was barely like in the beginning stages of her title reign, the fact that you never found her on AEW television,
Never on Dynamite. Not even
Never.
Collision. Not even
Like-
fucking Collision.
and they put everybody on Collision.
They
You
bring
couldn't get Athena
Gabe,
on Collision?
Gabe Kidd, Maya World, all these fucking
Yeah, they put
independent
everybody there.
Mhm.
She was
And that's
never
no
there.
disrespect to Maya World. I'm sorry, I just used
And
it as an
then it was a
example.
shame. And then it was a shame because I knew good and well when she came up to fight Tony Storm or whatever, or when she had that contract, I was like,
Mhm.
I mean, this is like a here nigga damn award because I know it's not going anywhere. I know it's not going anywhere. So that is somebody that, look, I get Mercedes is on this little story where she's going to lose every title and then win the AEW women's. Great, cool. I actually think they've told that really well. Awesome. She needs to be the one to she needs to be the one to dethrone Mercedes for the
From the
AEW
TBS?
women's whenever it happens.
Oh, okay.
Or TBS, whichever one. I don't care.
'Cause I was about to say the
Whichever one.
TBS. I think is going to be Willow on this upcoming Wednesday.
Yeah. I'm cool with Willow, but I think
Okay.
Athena needs to be treated way better because she's
agree.
been in there for forever. She's
great.
she's
She's great.
literally so underrated, like in the general public, as far as how good she is in the ring. She can talk. I mean, granted, her main roster gimmick on WWE wasn't the best, but she can still talk. She has everything you want. That's what I'm saying. Like, if them other women didn't exist, I would have thought Tony Khan was racist the way they did it. That was crazy.
I agree. I fucking agree.
Yeah, so Triple H and Tony Khan racist, bro. It's crazy.
No, I said I would have because the way you
Then they both faking. They both facing the accusations though.
Bro, I've been look.
For
I'm
Athena?
gonna call a spade. I've been saying
Yeah.
I've been saying Tony Khan. I don't like the way he pushes black talent. The only one he's pushed well outside of Mercedes is Swerve. And it is what it is, bro.
Hey, man, we heard people.
and see,
They've actually done considerably well with
Her
that.
business
they
is
have,
crazy.
but MVP has control over that, bro. And you see, they had issues. MVP wasn't trying to let Bobby lose to certain people. They was having
I
issues.
mean, in fairness, some of the people he was trying to get him to lose to.
He shouldn't have. Exactly. My point. Exactly, bro. That like they be look at Powerhouse Hobbs. Well, Hobbs should be a fucking monster.
Oh,
bro.
And honestly, you were right because I've never cared for any other big men. I care for
None.
Wardlow for a little. I've cared for Wardlow for a little bit. I did care about
yes.
Wardlow for a little bit.
And they ended it.
I've never been a Powerhouse Hobbs guy. Never thought that was good. Whether he was with FTW or whatever he was doing, never thought he was good.
And that's a damn shame.
Like, I've never been a fan. So
None of the big dudes get treated well over there, bro. None.
but yeah, Athena for sure. She needs to get pushed. That's atrocious.
Athena is a good answer. Hopefully,
That's
2026.
a
will
great
be-
answer. She needs it.
Hopefully, 2026 because they never knew what to do with her in WWE and in AEW either. It's kind of crazy. It's like she's very talented too. So it's like
And they
I
don't
don't
bring her to
know.
Dynamite or Collision.
I mean,
That
to
makes
be
no
fair
sense.
though, they, as far as Ring of Honor goes, they have tried like multiple times to get it on TV. So it's not like Ring of Honor is just here, go here, we don't care about you type of show. They, as far as I can tell, they have tried really hard to like actually get Ring of Honor on TV.
they still
Oh,
got
no,
Deanna, they still got
I
Deanna
wasn't-
Purrazzo over there too.
No, I wasn't.
Deanna Purrazzo.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
she
just
just
won
got the
the pure title. Yep.
She got the
I'm
inaugural.
I'm not even tripping that ROH hasn't got like a TV deal themselves. I'm talking about the fact that Athena wasn't on AEW
Dynamite.
television.
Yeah.
Collision. I'm not gonna lie. There was a period of time where you had a washed Thunder Rosa, a washed Deonna Purrazzo, a washed somebody else that just came back washed.
Nah, it's the one for me that kills me is Johnny Thunder's wife, bro. It's her.
Yeah,
because they don't even give Deonna a chance.
Back before I think Julia Hart had got injured, it was gone for a while. Sky Blue was up there, didn't care. You had all these people. I was like, you mean to tell me Athena can't make it on one of these shows?
On a Collision, yep.
The back when the Bunny was still on TV on a regular basis, and like, you mean to tell me Athena can't make it on one of these Collision shows? She wasn't even on Rampage when they were doing that.
And that's hard.
And that was like, come on, bro. Like, you can't even get her on Rampage. All right, bro.
And Deonna not washed. I'm gonna say this: Deonna can still wrestle. They just don't give her a shot to wrestle. Don't do that, but she can go.
She. I'm not saying she can't go, but she. A lot of them women that was wrestling on Collision.
No, but I know what you're saying. Shouldn't have been on there. I agree.
Like Thunder Rosa feels like nobody. Thunder Rosa.
She was a champion, like bro.
I mean,
some people. I don't think it's the fact they watch. Some people just don't have the same presentation anymore. Their presentation.
Yeah, they're not giving them the top.
No, you're right.
Their presentation doesn't feel important anymore. That's the same thing with Deonna Purrazzo. Was one of the biggest women superstars they had in TNA for a minute, and then she went to AEW. It was cool for a minute.
Over WWE because she didn't want to go to. Well, I don't blame her, but she didn't want to go straight to NXT.
Yeah,
or it's like didn't want to go straight to main roster, whatever.
No, she didn't want to go to NXT. She wanted to go straight to the main roster. That's what it was, G. And she should have went to NXT.
She was there at one point, and you know
she didn't like it. Yeah, it was bad.
It didn't work out for her over there, so she probably didn't want to go back to that same system. So I can understand, but it's like I agree with the Athena thing. Like she should be on AEW TV at least one of the shows. I feel like she's too talented not to be
100%.
At least on one show. You know, if you're not gonna have her on both shows, cool, but she can at least be on at least one of the shows.
Collision, 100%.
Yeah, and especially if you get injured. I'm starting to they're kind of talking about it in the chat. But you look at that trend of women who didn't got injured when they came back in AEW. Oof, unless your name is Toni Storm.
They don't give a
Oof. Jamie Hayter, all the momentum in the world.
Bro. Jamie Hayter should be a star, bro. Now she is a 70s gimmick that nobody gives a fuck about anymore.
Ooh, Tony.
70s gimmick is crazy.
Tony.
The gimmick is insane. Malik is insane.
Bro, Toni Storm, Chris Statlander, obviously Mercedes, Willow.
That's it. That's the
been the main four consistent. Julia Hart, she's tried, but oof.
She done tried and come back, tried and come back, bro.
So
she had the injury bug for a little bit though.
Yeah, she got. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. She tried her best.
Yeah.
Oof.
She had the injury bug for so it's not really a post.
Are they still presenting Megan Bayne pretty well? I know they started off.
Bro, I'm gonna call a spade a spade. Megan Bayne at first was presented like this monster. Now, I mean, she still is, but gee, it don't feel the same. It don't feel the same.
That one I'm genuinely asking because I actually thought
presentation.
It's what Malik said, bro. Like, why is Megan Bayne not a champion right now? Like, why is she not fight? Like, that's the thing. They made Tony and Mercedes beat all these women that no one really cares anymore, bro. It's like it's crazy. It's crazy. It's so insane. But it comes down to creative. It's creative.
Yeah, I think presentation is the main key in the professional wrestling. If you don't have a presentation that's believable or people can buy into, you're not really gonna go far. You know what I mean? Like people aren't gonna really care too much about you, even if you're a really good wrestler. Like, you can still be a really, really good wrestler. You know, like we've seen a lot of people in WWE who are really good wrestlers over the years, or AEW over the years, but they didn't have the presentation to make you feel like you should care about them. You know what I mean? Like why Cedric Alexander was a really good wrestler in WWE for many years, but they told us for years we shouldn't care about him, so it made us not care about him. You know what I mean? It's like he still got there and had bangers.
Hey, G, to prove my point, they said Megan Bayne is this year's Camille. She in the tag team division, not G. Like, what are we doing? She's a tag team with Penelope Ford. Like, what are we doing?
Camille's nasty work.
Camille's super nasty work, bro. Camille is an American Gladiators with Wardlow because Tony Khan doesn't want to push her. Like, that's where we're at.
Who is okay? So since we're still in the year 2025, I appreciate everybody who's watching still. Who is to you your favorite superstar to watch this year?
Ooh, that's a great question.
That's actually a really great question.
Been some ups and downs for many people for the last, for
Yeah.
WWE, AEW. Everybody's had mixed feelings about both promotions, so.
Wow, that's actually a really good question.
Just re-looking over the list, I was pretty high on a lot of Punk stuff. Whenever he comes out, I'm still kind of into what he's into. Well, look at the discussion we just had on what he kind of should do at WrestleMania. He's a key focus. Yeah, he's 45 plus, whatever he is, right? He's long in the tooth, 47, whatever it is. But I'm still pretty interested in it was, and it does still feel fresh to me 2.5 years later, right? So I guess my answer right now is Punk, and obviously he's going to start putting people over or whatever. And on the rise, let's see what we can do with Melo. It's finally he's kind of getting his flowers. I thought the presentation of Melo in the draft, #1 pick, I don't really thought that was a push. I thought that was a characteristic trait, a way to kind of get him over in a sympathetic way as well, right? So now that he's garnered the sympathy and whatnot, and now he's going to get the push. Will the fans kind of propel him to where on the card and whatnot? So probably those are my two right now. We'll see.
Hell yeah.
So my answer might be a little different. I think my favorite superstar to watch this year for me was probably Javon Evans. Like, he was probably my favorite guy that I was watching this year with his matches, his presentation. Like, Javon Evans was somebody that I was tapped into. Like, I got to see what he's on and what he's doing. For the ladies, to go over to the ladies side, I want to be a little different. So I want to give.
I can give you a cop-out answer because I know exactly what I'm gonna say for the women. I can give you a cop-out answer.
It might just be Stephanie. I don't know. It might just be Stephanie for me. She's since day one from NXT though. Like, when her and Julia first came in, a lot of people thought Julia was gonna be. I was like,
it was supposed to be Julia until she got hurt though.
I think it was supposed to be Julia. Like, I was like, I think it's gonna be Stephanie, bro. I think she got.
Because that Mercedes match showed me everything I needed to know, bro.
I think Stephanie gonna be the one to stand out. So I would say from day one, she was always somebody that was catching my eye. I would say Javon and Stephanie for me were the two this year that I was really interested in a lot.
This is for sure a cop-out answer, but the women's tag division.
Ooh,
the women's tag division. Yep. First off, when Charlotte started getting cheered, I was like, okay, let's see how long this lasts. And I was like, but if I'm WWE, she is a true babyface now. I am milking that into oblivion.
Shout out Alexa.
And it's lasted pretty much 9 months. Like, they were good champions. That division is probably their third best, second best, if we really just look at quality and depth, right? Obviously, aside from the main event, right? That's probably their best division. I mean, and even though some of the teams did just kind of come together, it's all believable. Kabuki Warriors, Charlotte and Alexa, even Rio now, which I believe they're winning those titles at WrestleMania, right?
My
even
favorite,
Rio, Lash and Nia, which they complement each other really well. Believe it or not. So, like, I think low key, what should be a good tag team is Chelsea and Piper. I know Piper got hurt. That should be a good tag team.
They were doing well before she got hurt. They did.
Right. Like, that should be a good tag team, but it is what it is. The women's tag division, I've seen them take that from absolute dog to being really, really good and interesting. Yeah. And so that lets me know, okay, Triple H, I know you can do it. You got to start doing it consistently because they just started making the Raw tag team division feel important again. Ironically enough, by putting that tag team merchant back over there. But nevertheless, but nevertheless, yeah. So the women's tag division, that's my cop out for the women. And then I've really enjoyed I don't want to say Punk again because you already said it, but I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, everything he's done, like, I guess I'll give. Actually, I'm gonna give Bronson Reed the love. Because the match with Roman, I'm gonna give him that love with that. He's at the tribal thief thing was pretty funny. It got to a point where I was like, okay, Braun Breaker's kind of the one that's just standing there watching, and Braun Breaker keep getting all these matches. Hey, that's what I'm saying. Like, Braun Breaker might win that world title first.
Bronson Reed, that dude.
Make sure who you got.
For WWE, I would say probably would have been Kevin Owens if he didn't get injured. He was doing so great.
Cooking.
Oh, he was so great at the beginning of the year. I'm so sad that when he got injured. So if I don't go with KO, I would probably go with Gunther out of WWE.
Nice.
For the women, I would say, I don't know. I think all the women have been doing a really good job, but I would say I've liked Jade. I've liked her growth a lot. I don't know. I think she gets a little bit too much hate, too much criticism. Personally, I think she's pretty good. And I like her growth towards her first title run. And then I would say in AEW, definitely Hangman and Mercedes have been my favorite to watch over there.
Hell yeah. All right,
I'm gonna change my women's answer. Somebody mentioned Sol Ruka. That's definitely I'm gonna change mine to that. Sol Ruka. I've been watching.
That's a great answer.
She's tough, bro. Sol Ruka.
Yeah, she is, bro. Sol Ruka was legit the main reason why I was watching the NXT women's division for a little bit. Her and Jada Parker, bro, they were cooking.
I rock with her. Okay, so who's somebody this year?
Let me give mine, Malik. I didn't give mine yet, bro.
Oh, wait.
For me, I would say for WWE women's, because y'all said Stephanie, y'all said Sol. I'm gonna say somebody different who deserves the shout out. Naomi.
Nikki
I was
Bella?
watching. No, bro, Naomi. I was watching. I was watching everything Naomi was doing, bro. Caution, like that shit was incredible. Shout out to Naomi. And I'm gonna just be honest, it was Javon for the males. I was watching everything Javon was doing, bro. Javon, when he did the Sammy match, I was watching Javon go over to AAA. I was watching Javon in TNA. Everywhere Javon Evans went this past year, I was watching. And then for AEW, it's gotta be Willow Nightingale for the women's. I was watching everything Willow was doing. And for the men's, I'm gonna say in 2025. I guess it's got to be Hangman. Yeah, it's Hangman. I'm not going to play around. Hangman Adam Page was incredible last year.
All right, so who's somebody this year that y'all really ain't been tapped in with, bro? You're not connected. You're not connecting with them, bro. You're not connecting.
Frauds. Yes, I'm 100% agree with you on that, G. Don't know why.
Oh man, where's Axe when you need him, man? Where is Axe?
Bro, you still let it go, bro. Let it go, man.
We're gonna have a revisit of that.
We're gonna revisit the conversation eventually. It'll be revisited
whenever he shows.
I'll say for me, somebody I haven't really connected with. I'm not gonna lie to you. This somebody I ain't connected with over the last few years for me is Seth Rollins, bro. He ain't hitting for me no more, man. Seth Rollins still has good matches, but as far as like the gimmick and stuff, I don't know, man. It's just like I'm not really connected with him as like that anymore. For real, like
I'm with you.
He's still one of the most valuable superstars to have on the roster, and he's still one of the best they have. But it's like I don't find him being one of my favorites anymore, if that makes sense. Like he used to be.
The vision was better when he left.
True.
It was. No, come on, G. Come on, G. Don't do that. You know.
Hold so much time with those interviews, man.
Hold on. Oh, you right. He right.
You know,
I need you to explain to me why you feel like it was better.
Okay, so I feel like it was better because we got to put more of the focus on Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Before they were just backdrops to like Seth Rollins. Okay, perfect example. Seth Rollins was coming out to start Monday Night Raw doing them Triple H 40-minute promos, like just cutting promos. We wouldn't hear from Paul Heyman. We wouldn't really hear from nobody else, and it was just Seth Rollins. And like Malik was saying, I mean, we hear from Paul Heyman a bit, but you know, Seth Rollins was starting every Raw, giving 30-minute Triple H promos, and those things weren't hitting as hard. And now Braun is not just a statue. Bronson's not just a statue; they're actually characters now.
So here's that's why I needed to hear why, because I actually completely disagree with you, and here's why.
Ooh, okay.
Because if you remember correctly, one of Braun Breaker's coming out parties was when him and Bronson Reed had Roman on the ground talk about what's it called? These people in this arena, they're all mine because they barked for me. They was doing stuff with Seth there. They was handling stuff with Seth there. You just got to understand that was the beginning. That division had only really been around for real at that point, like fully formed like a month and a half or 2 months before he got hurt. So he really only got to one title defense, or he got to the Money in the Bank cash in, the Ruse of the Century. He got to that, and we was working towards maybe getting to then we got to the title defense. That's when Becky showed up. So it was like it had barely started. But they were still doing their own stuff. Bronson Reed, right, was still feuding with Roman. Like that was a whole side thing that they was doing, right? It's just obviously now with Seth there, they kind of had to force Braun Breaker to be a little bit more, right? But like they weren't just backdrops. As a matter of fact, shout out Jade. Me and him, I think, even got into it when it first started. They were not just backdrops. Like they weren't just following whatever said. No, they was thinking for themselves. They even took the mic from him one night and was like, "Nah, this is what's finna happen. This is what we doing."
They was backdrops for a little bit though. In the beginning,
They were in the beginning,
like the first week or two, yeah.
For like maybe
for
a month.
a minute. Yeah,
I don't think it was.
I agree with you with that promo, because the promo when Bronson Reed gave that's when it really started. It really did. I mean, not Bronson Reed. When Braun Breaker said, "This is my camera," I agree with you. But like Malik said, I think for that beginning, bro, Seth was definitely giving Triple H, Reign of Terror, I own Monday Night Raw promos, and them things was not hitting, bro. Them things,
nigga been saying he the future for like 10 years.
Nah, he definitely was saying that. He definitely was saying that because I called him out on it so many times. Yeah, you right.
Like that shit was happening. I guess when he left, it felt cooler.
Let's go around for everybody then. Who's somebody y'all haven't connected with? Y'all haven't connected with in a long time. I gave my answer, bro.
Minx, who you got?
Don't hate me, but Sami Zayn. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just the thing with him and KO, there's never any real growth there. It's always kind of the same thing every single time. Okay, he's trying to be his friend, but then KO stabs him in the back, and it's like it's just not that interesting or compelling to me.
The match would be fire though.
Yeah, no, the match that they had at the hardcore match they had at, I think, was that the Rumble?
Yeah.
Or
Elimination Chamber. Elimination Chamber, yeah.
That was a fantastic match. But it's just I don't even think it's his fault. I think that they just don't do enough creative or interesting things with his character in general. It's just kind of like, oh, he's the underdog, and like, all right, cool, I guess. I just don't find him that compelling or interesting. For the women, I would say I'd say AJ Lee. There was so much more they could have done with her that they didn't. It felt like to hype her up to come back just to like not really do anything with her, which is kind of like, okay, I guess.
Yeah, I think she had like a little book tour or something.
I was just about to say that. That's the only reason she hasn't been around as much.
But that's like, why bring her back then too, though?
Yeah, exactly. Because I agree with me.
Because of the Seth feud.
Yeah, it was for the CM Punk.
It was a Seth because, and that's why I was actually gonna bring that up like in a different topic. But that's why I think Maxine won that title. Because they know AJ's not gonna be here till Mania season. And it was like, you might as well give Maxine, you've been telling this story. You might as well, give her a little run because I'm so
glad it happened.
Yeah, like, and
like I felt like the hype up.
Fire.
I felt like the hype up AJ Lee as much as they did. Everybody knew that eventually she was going to come back. People have been asking her to come back for like 10 years, and then to not even like give her a title or something. I don't know.
You don't think that's the Mania match?
I mean, maybe, but that's one of those things that makes me not interested is when they draw things out too long. I feel like you got to strike while the iron's hot, or else me personally, I'm just not going to care.
Well,
if I got to wait 6 months later for you to finally do something with her, at that point, do I really care anymore? Me personally, not really.
Well, that's why I think AJ's a special case because she did have commitments that she couldn't get out of. Like she had a book tour planned. That's why, like, when they started doing the tease for her coming, it was like, are they really gonna do it? Because I know she's busy. I know she got things to do. Like I think she herself announced the book tour right before she came back, or whatever. So I understand your perspective when it comes to like, well, if you're gonna wait forever to pull the trigger, I feel you on that. I do think with AJ Lee, it's a little bit circumstantial because she did have a prior engagement, and I think she's more nostalgia than anything because the way I saw it happening, right? I think Becky's gonna win it back from Maxine, AJ's gonna win it off of Becky, and then Roxanne's winning it off of AJ Lee. I don't think AJ Lee's holding it very long. I think AJ Lee will be the next IC champion when Becky's done doing whatever and she goes back to the main event. And I think that's the timeline that they're going to do it towards. And then Liver will probably be the one to take it off of Roxanne or Liv. One of the two.
I gotta address one of the comments in the comment section because this is somebody said that John Cena was an underdog for 20 years. You talking about Super Cena, bro?
John Cena was an underdog.
The only time you could really make that argument is when he fought Brock Lesnar.
That's it.
If he wasn't fighting Brock Lesnar, John Cena was not an underdog, bro. What matches did John Cena feel like an underdog in when he was winning the title 90% of the time that he was fighting people? They literally gave him the name Super Cena.
John Cena didn't feel like an underdog versus the young guys.
Super Cena didn't happen because he was underdog mentality. It's because he beat everybody. He beat everybody at the top level. If he wasn't fighting Brock Lesnar, he wasn't no underdog, bro. I'm not sure what John Cena you was watching, but
yeah, that's clearly bait. That's clearly bait because ain't no way you think that with a straight face. Whoever said that.
Ooh, I got a good one for someone that doesn't connect with me. I got a great one. Mark Briscoe. I don't like him. I don't connect with him. I don't vibe with him.
Why Mark Briscoe?
I just don't get it, bro. I don't like the presentation. Like it's something about him I just don't like, bro. I don't like his promos. I just don't like him. I just don't like him.
It's
no aura there.
It's so bad, bro. It's so bad. Literally everything he's done as a single star, I've never believed in. I've never believed in. I've never bought it. You know who this actually reminds me of another person that I never could understand, but everybody loved for whatever reason. He gives off a more vulgar version of Eddie Kingston.
Ooh,
he is a more vulgar version of Eddie Kingston. And I don't like either of them. Like Eddie, to me, I feel like every time he got on the mic, he was doing his absolute hardest to make it feel like it was a shoot. And I'm like, bro, we get it. You don't like doing scripted promos. Okay, cool. Shut up. Like, we get it. When Mark Briscoe comes out, like every time he went, like, he beat somebody. Did he beat Kyle Fletcher?
Yes, he should not have beaten Kyle.
I'm watching that and I'm like, are we serious? Like, I'm supposed to buy into this? Like, it doesn't.
That's how I feel every time he wrestles.
And I feel like with Mark Briscoe, I feel like this is, I'll take the heat for it. And I've said this before, but I definitely feel like they kind of giving him the sympathy, like
100%.
We gonna give you the push. And I get it when it first happened, like I get it, but like, bro, I've never been a fan of that dude. Like, I feel like obviously there's over dramatic people anyways, but I feel like definitely they be trying to put him in categories he don't need to be in. Right?
I agree.
I just
tag team Briscoe was fine because I liked his brother. But singles Briscoe is not it.
It's not hitting for real. And I get it. You try it at first. You give it. I believe everybody should have the opportunity to see if it works. Everybody should have the opportunity to see if it works. I don't think it's worked. I don't think it's worked.
Mark Briscoe for okay. So Ryan, who's your answer?
So the subject is most uninteresting, pretty much, or disappointing.
You just not connected with.
You just don't connect with. You don't like him.
Well, I do connect with this person, but I think that I should connect with her at a deeper, higher level, and that's Rhea Ripley. I feel that she is a little. I feel that if you looked at her trajectory 2-3 years ago, you could be like, she could be a Cody, she could be a Roman to carry the company, not the division. And then now it's just like, I think her character took a pretty good beating around WrestleMania when she lost that belt to Io, and then she acted all foolishness, and then she was like, she's unhinged and frantic, and then she's calm and chill with Io, and I guess it's building to something, of course, but I just feel like trajectory wise she should be higher on that women's side and even on the company side. And I don't want to point fingers or say whatever, I do this, do that, but the way that they booked the women's division, they kind of should have booked it around her instead of having her fit into it. Because I feel like it hurt her as a entity, where I feel like Rhea Ripley as an entity had upside to be face of the company, and that's never a thing. And honestly, if you want to talk evolution of women, for a woman to be the face of the company for a withstand portion of time, Rhea Ripley was that person, and that's true evolution. If a woman is going to be that Cody or Roman for X amount of years, so I would just kind of look at that as a
Yeah.
disappointing. I'm not clicking what it could or should have been.
Yeah, 2025, Rhea's character took a major dive.
Yeah.
Because it was like, because the whole thing was she was mad at Bianca because she felt Bianca was cheering on Io instead of her. But it was like,
she was champion.
Yeah, but I'm like, why are you so concerned about Bianca when you're in the ring with a woman you've never beaten? That's the last thing you should be focusing on. And I just felt like she was like, I need to be in the match. And I'm like, brother, you lost. Like, you lost clean, mind you. Like, her character took a major dive. But hey, she's in the tag division now. So
I can see in Io, she has become that level of household name or that level of whatever in the women's trajectory. But I feel like you kind of ate some of Rhea's good equity there, and to supplant it into Io, was it worth the squeeze? No, I love Io and she's doing great, but I don't know. I feel like Io
her like she
is the most damaged.
Rhea still got crazy popularity for sure. Like
Absolutely,
she's wildly popular, but
yeah,
her character has become less interesting since she lost the championship, and so I mean I understand it.
That's honestly, to be honest, it also didn't help that the year before she had that character dive. All she did was feud with Dom and Liv for 6 months, and there was no development in that character either. Like, I feel you on that.
Yeah, she really hasn't had development since she battled Charlotte. Like, that was the last time we could say true character development happened, was that WrestleMania feud with Charlotte.
Yeah, and that she broke through the ceiling and they took it for granted, right? That's pretty much what happened.
So let me reverse the question. Who's somebody currently right now that you're always gonna be tapped into watching? Like, no matter what they do, even if you're not watching the show weekly, like, you got to see that person segment. Like, I got to see what this person is doing. Got to see that promo. Got to see that match. Somebody you just fully always tapped in with.
That for me, that's MJF, because as a regular, non-regular AEW watcher, I can what I will. I will when I can, so to speak. I'm always tapped. When he's in, I'm in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like when he, like, I'm with you on that, because I was gonna say the same thing. Him and Samoa Joe. Because when MJF first came back, and he had like that little AEW tattoo on his calf, I was like,
that's good.
I was like, I'm willing to give it a chance, because he did, like, I do think the turn, if Adam Cole wasn't hurt, the turn was executed greatly. Like, it was just Adam Cole couldn't capitalize on it. So I was like, we'll see. But he was like, I'm so glad they switched from that and had him attack Danny Garcia really fast, because I was like, okay, thank God, because
the babyface thing not working.
That babyface thing was not working. But him and Samoa Joe, I promise you, every time Samoa Joe win the title, all of a sudden I'm more tapped into AEW than what I was before. So yeah.
For me, AEW is MJF, and for WWE is Cody Rhodes. I'm always gonna tap into anything Cody's doing for WWE. That's my guy. I don't care what you say, G. I'm a Cody stan. I don't give a fuck.
Oh no, this Drew McIntyre feud making me turn the channel off, huh?
That's horrible, bro. That's not
bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's not his fault.
See your daddy in hell, nigga. I was like, look, whoop his ass.
Hey, that's the first interesting thing that's happened in this feud for a while. So I
you
give
like
you that.
Cody going to his house? You ain't like Cody going to his house?
Bro, I'm with you on it. Now it's cool, for a minute.
Okay, I got you.
All right, brother.
That's fair. That's fair. Before they started cranking it up, I feel you.
Yeah.
Next, who's your answer?
For WWE,
you don't have to split it up. It could just be anybody. It could be anybody.
Okay, well, I'll just say MJF and Hangman then. I wish there was somebody in WWE right now. There's really nobody there right now. I would say Gunther is probably the closest WWE. For AEW, definitely Hangman, MJF for sure.
Minx, do you want to see Hangman and Swerve tag team? Because I feel like that's about to happen.
Yes, but I don't want them to be too buddy. They gotta still have that animosity.
Yeah, and I'm not even saying that to you, but like, it's like every time, like, I hated when Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay was a tag team. I hated, like, all bitter enemies do not have to end up tagging at the end. Like, we can still hate each other. And so, but you're right. If they are gonna do a tag team, they can't. They gotta hate each other. I can't.
They
I want to see
don't
them
be the chain
giving each other
brothers.
high fives. Matter of fact, look, I'll put it like this: if I see Swerve make this little face one more time, and I'm about to find it. If I see
I
him
know
make
which
that
one
face
you talking about.
one more time, brother, I'm not trying to see none of that. If I better not see this man swerve,
The
they
smile.
tagging each other.
I
I better not see this one more time. I better not see this one more time. What is that? A freaking 2.0 nice. Can they coexist? I'm so over that. I cannot stand that storyline.
They about to run it because I know you saw with MJF winning the title. Will, like you already said, Will Ospreay is gonna go after MJF, and they've been doing so many tag. They did a lot of tag moves in that 4-way. I just feel like that's coming.
The Can They Coexist storyline got to be one of the worst storylines that they've rinse and repeat in wrestling ever.
I'm sick of it.
I'm so tired.
I'll say to give my answer, I'll just keep it minimum to one answer. I'm not gonna hold you. I still gotta say Roman for me, bro. Anything Roman does, bro, I have to see it, bro. Like the whole tribal chief thing just made a whole movement for me, bro. Like whenever he's there, I gotta see what he's doing, man. Like this year probably has been his weakest since losing the title, where it's like he pretty much has been showing up and doing little stories here and there. But even then, so like if I ain't watch Raw, but I heard Roman was coming back, I gotta see that segment, bro. Gotta see.
You get excited when he comes back. You get excited. You're right.
Yeah, it's like
it's your hype. Yeah,
he just must watch for me now. Like I have to see what he's doing. You know, even if it's good or bad, I gotta be tapped in to see what he's into, man. So I would have to say Roman would be my answer for the women. If I gave a woman's answer, actually, somebody that I'm really tapped in for the women, I gotta say honestly, I gotta say Soruka. I mentioned her earlier. Soruka she's up there for me, man. She's creeping up there like as one of my favorites in the women's division. Like, I don't know what her ceiling gonna look like on the main roster because I gotta be realistic as a fan. I understand that NXT and main roster is very different, and sometimes you can feel certain people's aura and NXT not being transferred over to the main roster. So I understand that she hasn't really been a vocal point in NXT as somebody they're making as a top star. Like she's one of the stars, but she hasn't really got a major push over there. So when she comes to the main roster, mid-card, but they don't even know what to do with that mid-card scene right now a little bit, so I don't really know what her ceiling gonna look like on the main roster. But
do you think that's why they haven't brought her up yet, to wait to give her the NXT, like, because she hasn't gotten the NXT?
She might get a little run with the NXT title, but even then, if she get it, like I said, I still don't know what it's gonna look like on the main roster, man. They can't even figure out what to do with Julia.
It's because they have no depth. All the good depth, ironically enough, found its way to the tag division. If we're being honest, all the good depth has found its way to the tag division.
They literally brought all the stars to the tag division.
And the only person that's worth a damn hasn't been on TV, and that's Tiffany. And she's not probably coming back to the Rumble. So
my thing is, like, what are you doing with Jordan Grace? Like, she's a star too. Like, Jordan should be like easily a star, and she's not even getting the NXT belt. Like, what the fuck?
I didn't even know.
But having that, but they're down there
because
like,
they didn't believe. Because remember, at the time when all these women showed up, right? They didn't believe that an NXT without Jordan Grace, Stephanie, Julia, Roxanne leaving, Lyra leaving, they didn't think that was a good NXT. Now, granted,
she was the one that
your men's division. Y'all would have been fine. Look at your men's. Would have been fine, clearly, because your men's division was literally carried by two AEW guys, Oba and Javon, in the Toon Squad.
Facts.
Like,
facts.
Yeah, Miles Bourne gave you a great match, but
it was Ricky, Ethan, Javon, and Oba. Yep, you're right.
We gave some of our predictions to ask one last question. We get a little nasty here. And you got to pick one answer. You can't give multiple answers. Just one simple answer. What this year in 2025 to you was the worst thing you saw happen? This was the absolute worst thing I've seen. For me, I would have to say Jey Uso tapping Gunther at Mania, bro. Now, Jey Uso winning the world title was fine. That was expected. Didn't hate that, but
in retrospect,
Jey Uso winning by submission, though, to me, that was nasty. That was nasty. There's no storyline they built to make it believable for me that Jey Uso was believable enough to tap out a character like Gunther. Because 1 minute Jey Uso's character would be serious, and the next week he's coming out dancing again. So it would be serious, then very unserious. I think that's why he gets certain criticism by certain fans. But that's the first thing that popped in my mind. Like, when he beat Gunther, I knew it was going to happen. But when I saw him tap out, I was like, what?
No
like, That to me just didn't feel right. And even still now looking back at it, it just I don't know, it doesn't feel right. Like it didn't feel right to me.
It's my turn, right?
Yeah,
That would be my answer.
it's you,
It's
G.
probably logistically there's probably worse than that, but
What he showed? I can't see. Oh, Travis
Scott.
Scott.
Yeah, you took mine.
That
Travis
Negro
Scott,
showing
man.
up at WrestleMania with his 40-minute entrance, and The
Horrible.
Rock being a no-show. Yeah, bro.
That's it.
That is by far the worst thing I've seen all year.
All right. Yeah, that's dirty work. That is
Horrible. He finessed WWE.
I don't know why it's being champs for 7 months.
Ooh, good choice. Good choice. Ryan.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Wait, it's been 7?
Yeah, it's been since June, bro.
Jeez! I ain't never wanted Solo Sikoa's faction to win a match so bad.
They need to get them out of
Give me
there.
Talatanga. Give me Talatanga.
Give me
what you got?
Tom. Shit.
Somebody literally just put my answer in the chat. There's a bunch of different storylines that they dropped the ball on that pissed me off, but the R-Truth one
Oh, good call.
that upset me the most. The way that you brought him back, had him give that promo that he gave was phenomenal, where he
Cut
cut
his
his dreads and
dreads.
everything. Oh, that was so great. Just for them
he's the
to
Easter
be
Bunny.
like, never mind, he's silly again.
Yeah, he's the fucking Easter Bunny. Like what?
I was like,
forgot about
really? You gave us that amazing promo to follow it up with absolutely nothing. It just
Good
made
call,
me
man.
so sad. I had such high hopes for them doing something with them, and it was just nothing.
Good call.
Then what about you?
Y'all, so I made sure I picked a different answer because I figured y'all would all say y'all's answer before I went. So I'm going with something from TNA. The way they handled Santana losing the fucking championship after he had won it, people got hyped, and then you just give it to Frankie Kazarian. Like, I was watching TNA to see Santana win, to see all this. Santana doesn't even defend it. You have him lose on the next taping. The next taping to Frankie Kazarian, bro.
That's how he lost it?
That's how he lost it, G.
Yeah,
He didn't even-
I'm not gonna lie.
Bro,
TNA grimy as
G,
fuck for that.
He didn't have no defenses. He had none. He had maybe like one house show defense or like one.
So Frankie Kazarian a heel? Did he cheat to win? Like what the?
It was the call your shot. I think it was the call your shot. And yeah, he came back, called his shot, and won it on so if you were a watcher of TNA, you'd have saw Santana win the championship on the pay-per-view, and then the next episode he loses it.
And he ain't got it back. What he
And
doing?
ain't got it back. He fucking. Let me tell you who he's feuding with. He is teaming with Deonna Purrazzo's husband to feud with the NXT Lexis King. Was that Stacks and them two black dudes that was with Wesley. I swear to fucking God. I swear to fucking God, nigga. That shit is horrible. Horrible.
Yeah, that's great. I don't know what they're doing with that, man. That
like,
shit is nasty.
like what?
I don't know what they're doing with that. You know, I'm not exactly sure what they're doing.
Where's
with
Scott D'Amore, man? Where's Scott D'Amore?
Maple Leaf
Bro.
Bring that nigga back.
Fucking producing shit in Canada. Meanwhile, we got Delirious and Tommy Dreamer doing TNA.
All right, let me. Is there something that happened this year that people said was bad, but y'all don't think it was as bad? Like people were tripping over it, and y'all was like, "Oh, I don't really hate it."
Like Cena's run being an F. I'd give it a C plus. Like
I think
Oh, yeah.
Cena's run was a B plus.
Yeah, I gave it a B.
Fuck it up.
C
And
plus
Logan
plus.
Paul, Logan Paul and Brock Lesnar. That was just the WrestlePalooza. Oh my gosh, WrestlePalooza was such a fever dream because it genuinely felt like, hey, out of nowhere, here's WrestlePalooza. Like that's
Something that let me see. Let me give a different
Eagles
answer.
fly, bro. Let's go.
Those are two good answers actually that you guys gave right there. I'll actually say Casino's retirement tour. I spoke on it before.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
I mean, it could have been better, yeah, but it wasn't the worst thing they did all year.
People are saying it's 2019 levels WWE bad. I'm like, shut up.
Oh my gosh, I do want to comment on that later because
Wasn't that bad?
Yeah, it was not that, not even close.
Not 2019 bad, bro.
Yeah, anybody who says like when they look at 2025 WWE and they say that it's just as bad as 19, I'm like, no.
Y'all don't know what y'all
2025 was
talking about.
definitely disappointing. Had a lot of hype for stuff that they didn't deliver on. But they didn't have Cody Rhodes, your top babyface, getting dog food poured on their face.
That's a fact.
They
But
didn't
yeah.
have your top babyface, Cody Rhodes, losing to Finn Balor and the Toon Squad with dog like they didn't have Kofi Kingston get squashed in 8 seconds, and then the next 2 nights later have Hell in a Cell 2019. They didn't have that in 2025. They didn't have Bray Wyatt under everything up under the ring with a sledgehammer, and they got to call a no contest because you're whooping his ass too much. They didn't have that. Like,
yeah, it's not. It's nowhere near that bad.
You will not find a WWE main roster match this year that was as bad as Goldberg versus The Undertaker.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah, it was crazy.
there was one match this year that was as bad as that, bro.
Everybody picked him up and fell.
Yeah, that's exactly what.
Show me a storyline in 2025 that was as cringe as the Bobby Lashley and Lana story.
Ooh, none.
You're gonna find it, bro. It's not in 2025. 2025 wasn't the best. Could have been better.
And the fact that Liv took Lana from
The
Bobby.
worst thing you could argue they did all year, maybe Brock Cena WrestlePalooza match. Cena getting squashed.
That's gonna lead to something.
Cena Logan Paul.
Might be the worst thing you could say they did all year. Maybe Jey Uso tapping Gunther out or winning the Rumble or however you may feel about that. Maybe that could be like the worst thing you could argue, sure. But like, I think 2019, bro. I mean, y'all remember who Becky Lynch feuded with after she won that championship?
Oh my God.
Lacey Evans was the first feud, bro.
The man's man.
And then look, compare the years. Both years had a retirement tour. Look at Kurt Angle's retirement tour versus John Cena. That's all we gotta fucking say,
bro. Seth Rollins, after beating Brock Lesnar, was going around saying, "Yeah, I'm the man's man,
bro." And then feuded with his wife versus Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans, bro. Like straight up.
And
that's who they were pushing in the main event scene, by the way. Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans.
Lacey, yep.
And y'all remember how Lacey Evans debuted, right? She did the Emma thing where she just did her entrance, walk down, and then walk back.
She was doing that. I forgot about that. She did that for weeks.
She was literally doing that shit.
She came out. She would come out and just like
I like that
pose, and then we'll just walk backstage.
The woman's right, and then we'll just walk back.
Oh, and then remember what they did to Kurt Angle after? Remember after the WrestleMania after he retired, he got retired by Baron Corbin. You know who attacked Kurt Angle?
Lars Sullivan, bro. Yeah, that's
Lars Sullivan. Holy shit,
beat his ass. And low key, that was Vince McMahon getting back at Kurt Angle for leaving and going.
Facts, I agree.
100%.
I agree for sure. They had so many bad things.
Y'all remember Bobby Lashley when he was pointing at his ass all day?
Oh my god!
Y'all remember when Leo Rush was like, "Hey Bobby, show him your favorite pose," and he would bend his ass over and point at it.
Whoa,
that Leo Rush
major pause.
That's what he was doing. Oh my god, y'all remember the pose?
I don't know if he wasn't bending over though. Bro.
But the pose off was. I remember the pose off, but that wasn't 2019. But I do remember the pose off in theory. That was not 2019, but that was bad. That was when they won the.
That main event is wrong.
Yes, that was to win the U.S. Championship. Yeah,
that nigga was all oiled up though. He was all oiled up doing that.
Yep, they was both oiled up, and that was to win the U.S. Championship because they didn't want to have a match. Theory is like, let's have a.
Bro, in 2019, remember they had Brock steal the Money in the Bank? Like they had all types of wild shit, bro.
Oh my god, Seth Rollins beat Brock. I will never forget this. This was worse than Hell in a Cell 2019 for me. Seth Rollins beat Brock Lesnar in WrestleMania that fucking year. Brock wins Money in the Bank, gets the title back, beats him up one day. That nigga is sitting in the corner crying with the mic in his hand, speaking all soft like, I don't know if I can do it, but I'm going to try to beat Brock. Nigga, I just watched you do it 3 months ago. What are you talking about?
They ran the same
story. I just watched you do it 3 months ago. You just did it. What? Like, I'm like, that was one of the few times I'm like, okay, they're clearly trolling us and insulting us as fans because I just watched you open WrestleMania doing this shit. I just watched you.
It was bad, bro. Not to mention, like Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, we agree, is the top guy right now. You ain't find Cody Rhodes losing matches to Shane McMahon in 2025.
Not at all.
Losing matches to Eric Rowan and King Corbin on pay-per-views, bro. Like they did Roman Reigns back then. You ain't gonna find that in 2025 for Cody Rhodes, bro. Like. That's to work. Granted, Roman wasn't the champ at that time, but he was losing to Shane McMahon and Eric Rowan, bro. Like they was.
Hey, so what's worse? Quick side note question: what's worse, Roman Reigns losing to Shane McMahon, or John Cena losing to People Power?
Oh,
people power.
People
Gotta
power.
be power.
Man.
At least Shane McMahon had a couple of good matches. You know, Joe Laurinaitis was a wrestler too at one point, but it's like
Nah, yeah, people power is bad.
people power, bro.
It was because of Big Show in his ironclad contract.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and Shane McMahon, like, he beat Roman because of Drew McIntyre, but it was like,
hey, Shane McMahon jump off
power,
his shit,
bro.
so.
people power was crazy, bro.
Oh my gosh, Eric Rowan was walking around with that fucking spider. Oh my god, that nigga was walking around with a fake ass spider for months.
He was.
Renee on the commentary, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh,
I remember that.
oh.
Bro, what makes it even worse for the Kofi Squash stuff? They literally only did that so they could do Brock Lesnar and Cain Velasquez.
100%. And Cain Velasquez
The
didn't even run.
WWE Championship, and then what makes it even worse than that? Cain Velasquez lost and never came back.
Never came back.
Never had another match. Never had another appearance. Was gone. Never showed up again.
And I remember vividly because it was like 6 minutes left in the show, and I was like, "Oh, maybe Cain Velasquez comes out and calls Brock Lesnar." Like that's what I'm thinking.
Nope.
That was after. I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And then didn't Rey Mysterio was like the trainer for Cain Velasquez or something?
Yeah,
That's how we got a Brock and Ray match. Yeah.
Minx?
Did they also try to make Gable Stevenson work that year? Or was
Shorty
that-
G. He was Shorty G.
Shorty G.
Yeah, they tried to make that work and it went nowhere.
Shorty
Wait,
G.
are you talking about Chad Gable or
Not Chad Gable,
Stevenson?
Gable Stevenson.
Oh no,
That
Gable
was-
Stevenson. That was
Ooh.
recent. Yeah, that was 20.
Ooh.
That was around the
No, I
time
think
of the
that was
polls
2019.
off.
2023.
Yeah, that was about
Oh,
2022.
okay.
That was
I
around the
wasn't
time of
sure
the
if-
polls off.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that was 2019 or later, but I remember that being a big flop. They thought that
Yeah,
was going to be
because
like
I remember he went to NXT, had a match with Baron Corbin, ended in a double count out.
And
It
they
was a
booed
never
him.
saw him again.
They
Well,
booed him.
granted, that match ended the way because I think that he was supposed to come back, but then whatever happened happened.
And then they started to boo him and cheer Baron Corbin. I was like, oh, it's over with. They
That was
don't-
bound to happen though. He was gonna get booed because he was like the American
yeah, the
guy,
Jack-
Olympic gold medalist. So it
I
was
mean,
like, it was like,
Kurt Angle. Yeah.
Was 2019 the War Dogs? Y'all remember the War Dogs?
the War Dogs.
The only
It was
War
like
Dogs I
Dolph,
know is.
Drew, and Braun Strowman.
Oh no,
Oh
that's,
yeah, no, that was
that's
2018. 2018.
Oh, that was 18. Okay.
2019 was pretty bad. 2019 they also had Team Flair versus Team Hogan, Saudi Arabia. That was pretty. That
and
was
then
pretty
they
bad.
brought the War Dogs back with
God.
Braun and Braun. I do remember.
Tyson Fury showed up and everything. Like it was 2019. Was, 2019 was not a real year, bro. They was just
Not
not
It was
real.
good.
not real, bro. It was not real.
I don't
Nah,
understand.
but that Lana thing was crazy too because it was like you had
Yeah.
at the time, shoot, I forgot her name. Mandy
Dirty
Rose, what's
Dogs.
her name? What's Mandy
oh,
Rose?
Who?
Mandy Rose, what's her name?
And,
Sonya Deville?
Yeah, Sonya
Sonya
Deville.
Deville.
They was literally in the storyline. And literally pitched to do that exact same storyline. And Vince was like, nah.
Nah.
We're putting Lana.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it, Lana and Liv. When Sonya Deville's actually LGBTQ and Liv, like she was like, "This is my storyline," and nope, give it to Liv.
Wait, that was supposed to be Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville?
Mhm.
Yeah. The Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose had pitched doing a storyline like that. Because I think maybe they weren't in a feud, but they were about to be. Oh, they were about to be because the Otis feud happened in 2020 with Dolph. So it was about to be a feud. So they were pitching to do something like that. And Vince was like, nah. And then gave it to Lana. Of returning Liv Morgan for Lana.
Mm-hmm. For Lana.
Oh my god, I didn't know that was the story plan. I didn't know that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Sonya Deville wanted to have the LGBTQ angle, and
Did everybody else give their answer about something that happened this year that you didn't think it was as bad?
I think yeah.
Because everybody got sidetracked.
I didn't think the Death Riders was bad. I still don't. I don't think they've ever.
It
been
got
bad.
a little rough for me for a little bit. It got a little rough for a little bit. And the ending was done really well though.
Well, Mox is a babyface now, so she might be right. So Minx might be right. It worked.
I thought the feud with Edge was pretty good, personally.
Oh yeah, Mox is a babyface. They
Mox
cheered
is a
him. Yep,
babyface?
100%.
Wait, did they cheer him or is he a babyface now?
Both, nigga. Yeah, like he made the turn last night, like 100%.
That's what I was about to turn on him. They about to turn on him.
The
Eventually.
Death Riders are about to turn on him. No, they only reason why they didn't is because they wanted to put the belt on him and cheer him last night. They like
The Death Riders are gonna turn on John Moxley. Who's leading that group?
Claudio, bro. It's gonna be Claudio.
What you mean? Will you, bro?
No, I'm not. Don't listen to Malik. It's gonna be Claudio, bro.
Is it gonna be Claudio?
I think so. It should.
It's already bad enough. They got man.
Add somebody else to it.
I ain't gonna do the death.
Pac is the best one on the mic, so I would think it would be him.
Oh, it could be
He didn't
Pac.
show up last night.
Pac could be the answer. It could be him.
He did not show up last night. That could be he playing in the.
Didn't Danny Garcia join them, right?
He did.
Also, let me see. What did I not hate this year that other people really did? I want to give a real different answer that nobody has said yet to be a little bit different. I'm gonna say first thing that pops in my mind, because there's a lot of shit that happened this year that I didn't like. I already said, somebody already said the Cena heel turn, right? Somebody already said not the heel turn, but the Cena retirement tour. Somebody already said the Cena retirement run, which I fully agree with. I guess I'll say, man, I can't think of one right now off the top of my head. I want to give a different answer. I want to give the same answer that everybody else did.
I mean, there's one that I just thought about that you could probably take from me, but because I don't think anybody's mentioned it. But,
I don't know what you're gonna say though. So
Tiffany and Charlotte was horrendous.
But I'm saying something that people thought was bad that you enjoyed though.
The other way. I thought you were talking about stuff that. Oh, okay.
I wasn't really into that.
That you enjoyed.
I wasn't really feeling that per se. That wasn't something I was like really like. Oh, it's.
Oh, one thing.
Actually, you know what?
Go ahead.
I gotta say, man, El Grande Americano.
Hey, who hated on that though? It was just Mo. It was just Mo. El Grande.
I will say, we still don't know who it is. Allegedly, they said it was Chad Gable. No proof behind it, so we don't really know. Now they're saying it's Ludwig Kaiser. Could be. I can't confirm or deny it. Whoever that man is, though, because I've been watching AAA too. So I've been watching AAA and I've been watching the main one because in AAA, El Grande babyface.
Facts.
Like really over at AAA. I don't know if the fans of AAA know that he's not really Hispanic or whatever the case is. They just don't care. I don't know what it is, but they really like El Grande.
Are we gonna get El Grande versus El Grande when a certain
if this was like before K-Field, like if this was 20, 30 years ago, they could have convinced me this dude was like really from like Libre, like never knew this guy was not that, bro. Like they would have really convinced me this was real. I think the El Grande stuff is working, man. Now you could argue about Pete Dunne, Tyler Bay. I know some people don't like, allegedly. I know some people don't like, that those guys are playing the sidekicks, but the El Grande gimmick got a lot of hate, a lot of backlash. Like, what? She been cooking, bro. She been hitting.
Malik, do you do?
That kind of should have been the AAA Mega Champion.
He will.
When Gable comes back, do you do Grande versus Grande?
Well, it's allegedly, but
allegedly,
well, they gotta do Gable versus El Grande.
Okay, gotcha.
They're the same person, so it's like.
Gotcha.
But we can't do what's it called?
Doink versus Doink. Yeah,
we can't have a Sin Cara versus we can't have a Sin Cara Light versus Sin Cara Dark again. We don't.
Chad Gable, bro.
Oh, but another one.
He lost that, bro. That was
another one that people hated on. Hey, I was really fucking with Belo Dom-Miz, man.
No,
Belo Dom-Miz.
Hated that shit, bro.
The name's bad, but it's bad. Good. It's a good bad.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Melo Dom-Miz. I was like, I could get with this. Only thing I hated was the Oz him. But their chemistry, I thought it was really good.
I thought it was going to lead.
Trash.
I thought it was going to lead to
Miz.
I thought Miz was going to put Melo over, but that never happened, bro. We never.
Bro, that shit was meant nothing.
They literally said because Melo went. I think Miz went to go do a show.
They literally meant nothing, bro.
That shit. It would have been better for me if it.
When they were teaming up, they weren't even a part of the TLC tag team title matches.
They weren't.
They just started.
They weren't even a part. They're supposed to be a team.
They just started though. They gotta get their feet wet.
No, they had been solidified by SummerSlam. They weren't even a part of that match.
But they had just started. I'm talking about the SummerSlam match.
At that point,
they barely started at that point. They wasn't Melo Dom-Miz before WrestleMania.
They was Melo Dom-Miz before WrestleMania.
No, they were not.
Yes, they were because he gave him the chain after he won the Battle Royal.
Yeah, he did. He did give him the chain after he won the Battle Royal.
Ooh,
he did.
He did give him. Hey, and I'm not gonna lie, that chain was hard though.
That chain was nice.
That chain was hard though.
That's one of the reasons that Melo wasn't even on Mania because he was in that little team.
He was in the Battle Royal.
Yep. They weren't going after the tag titles. A part of that whole tag when the tag division was cooking, they weren't even a part of that. And then when they split up, they never even had a match.
None.
Yeah, they started beating each other up, and then I think they just said, "Screw it, we'll just pivot."
That was my thing. They never had a where Miz puts Melo over. Like, what the fuck?
That shit was. I was not feeling that, bro. Because
Yeah,
Miz just came
February
up with tag team
21st,
R-Truth. They was like, oh, another black man. Put him in a tag team.
You're right.
I'm like, bro, why is he in a tag team with Miz, bro? Like, at least,
Nah,
they
Melo
go,
and Miz
at
is
least,
fire.
I was like, all right, if they together as a team, at least put him in that SmackDown when they with the Motor City and stuff. They wasn't even a part of that.
They weren't.
Like, they're not even a part of the tag team. They fight for the tag team titles in the TLC. Like,
It's all good, man. Hey,
Melo over now.
Hey, this is another notch to Miz's belt. Look at all the stars he done made.
Melo
He made Daniel Bryan. He made Dolph Ziggler. Now he making Melo.
Melo a star now. It's over with now. We good.
I was really. I thought Melo Don't Miz was really entertaining for me.
I was not feeling that, bro. I was not with that. All right, what's your answer?
I said Cena, but
Oh yeah, you said Cena. My fault. Lynn, what was your answer?
I agree with them with Travis Scott and
No.
no. Oh yeah, the Cena retirement tour. I said it wasn't bad. I gave it a B.
Okay, that's fair. Makes what about you? You give your answer, right?
Yeah,
You said Death
I
Riders.
said Death Riders.
We do got one super chat we got to get to before we head off here. I forgot about this. Super chat right here. Thank you for super chat, my guy. Always active in the chat too, bro. You always end up in here. Y'all still don't see Liv winning the Royal Rumble or Chamber next year. I can't see nobody else. Plus, Liv,
Bianca Belair.
I could
see her winning one or the other.
I could possibly maybe now see her winning the Rumble. I still am not convinced because now Rhea's in this tag team, so it just depends on if they really want her to be in this tag team for WrestleMania.
I can see the Mania being a tag team.
And I'm still not counting out. I'm still not counting Bianca not coming back either before then.
Yeah, I think Bianca, because all she did was dislocate like her.
I mean, she's supposed to have surgery, but it's like I don't know how long she's supposed to be.
I can see Bianca winning the Chamber, the Rumble, and Liv winning the other. In Liv challenging Stephanie.
Bianca's only one. There hasn't been a 2-time Rumble winner, right?
In the women,
for the women's,
Charlotte.
Oh yeah, Bianca will be the next one then. Bianca will be the next one.
So I can, if they're in Stephanie Vaquer season and they want to stay in Stephanie Vaquer season, I can see her challenge Vaquer.
Yep,
and either win the Rumble or Chamber. And if they want the Vaquer to continue past Mania, I think Liv is a big name that she can kind of take.
Yep, yeah. I can see Liv feuding with Vaquer for Mania, and then Jade and Bianca.
All
the other women are in tag teams.
I think it's for sure Jade and Bianca for that title, and then I think Rio's winning the tag titles, so it's not going to be them. So I mean, I guess it has to be Liv because
you have Charlotte.
Damn sure ain't going to be freaking Nikki Bella.
Mm-hmm. And because you have the Kabuki Warriors, you have Charlotte and Oz, and you have Charlotte and Alexa. I think it's gonna be a ladder match.
Ooh,
and Becky and AJ Lee for Intercontinental.
I think they can do a multi-woman world heavyweight champion because I think not every team is gonna be in that tag. And like I can see like a Bayley versus a Liv versus a insert fourth woman. Well, I think Bayley and Lyra, I mean, maybe they'll, eventually start telling their feud that they were supposed to have that I think they just put a pause on because, our tag team division's good. Let's keep you as a tag team. But, like, realistically, they should have been in a feud. So maybe they're just going to drag it out to Mania. We'll see.
All right, so what's everybody's real? We talk because this episode's been about bold predictions. What's everybody's real crazy bold prediction for next year? All right, well, I'm gonna give mine. Some of y'all ain't gonna like it. Chris Jericho will come back to WWE next year. Hope y'all know that. I fully believe that.
That's cool.
I don't know when. I
don't know
if it's gonna be on the Raw, or if it's gonna be in the Royal Rumble, or whatever it's gonna be. But I think he's coming back to WWE for sure.
He can be a producer. It'll be a great moment with his entrance hits, and then he can be a producer after that.
You think he come out to Judas, or you gonna come out to break the walls down?
No, I think he's going to come out to break the walls.
Yeah, I don't think he can do the Judas thing because I don't know if WWE
owns Judas. He owns Judas.
He owns it. They'd have to pay him.
He can still use it.
But that was the beef last time. I guess it's new people. They might pay him. But the last time Vince didn't let him use it because he didn't want to pay him. But we'll see what TK wants to do.
Is there any way he can do
that countdown into the Judas? Though, it'd be crazy.
That'd be wild. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, any way they can kind of mold it together.
They did the countdown like from 10, and then the Judas hit.
That'd be fire.
That hit. I ain't gonna lie, that hit. That's my prediction though. That's what I'm sticking with. There's still something crazy out there.
All right, what you got, G?
That's not that crazy because if you look at the cruise, the only AEW wrestler that's booked for it is what's her name? Lacey Lane, who used to be Kane Carter. She signed AEW now, but she's the only AEW wrestler that they have so far appearing. And then if you click on the link to like find out more about her, it takes you to like the Mae Young Classic or something like that. It takes you to like a WWE link. It doesn't even let you know that she's an AEW superstar. So
and all the men wrestlers are like old school WWE legends, like 100%.
And TNA, bunch of TNA people so far.
I want to hear about that fallout. I don't know if there's a fallout or they just got bored with each other, but I want to hear
something happened. Nah, something happened, bro.
I think it's just
Jericho and AEW.
I feel like it's this is just straight opinion. This is nothing that I've seen or whatever. I just think it was almost the same thing that happened with Cody. Just it's Jericho. I think with Cody they felt like we really don't need you for real because we got Kenny, we got MJF, we got Hangman. Like Cody wanted to be seen, like put in a certain position. Obviously, the way WWE has him, and AEW was like, we don't really need you like that for real. And I feel like AEW with Jericho was like, we don't really need you for real.
Yeah.
Like that's what I feel like it was. We don't need you for real. We got all these other people over here. Like either you stay or you can go back. Like I feel like they thought Jericho leaving wouldn't hurt them, right?
And but according to Tony, Tony's like he can basically the statement Tony put out sounded like the opposite. But obviously he can say anything and mean.
He's gonna say anything. Save face.
But he basically was like. He basically made it sound like Jericho's just AEW royalty. He can do whatever he wants. And if he does go to WWE, I won't be mad at him. He can still come back. Like, he can do whatever the hell he wants. He's allowed to resign, not resign. Or we're going to love him no matter what, sort of, yeah.
I think it's for me, Jericho's 55, and I think he's about to retire. And I think he's just going to retire in WWE. That's what I'm looking at. Like, this is where
TK saw the matches with the learning tree, bro. TK knew.
It's just the fact that, like, it's just a matter of, like, certain people, like it's the same with like the Hardys. They talked about, like when they retire, they want to retire in WWE because that's where they got their names made. I feel like Jericho is the same. It's like this is where I made a big name for myself in wrestling. Like this is where I'm going to end my career type stuff. So that's just how I'm looking at it. I don't know if there was really a falling out per se or whatever the case is. I'm just looking at it like I think Jericho's at the end of his career, and I'm just like with his contract coming up, he's probably just going to go back to WWE for a little run and then retire. So.
Yeah, most likely.
So that's just how I'm looking at it. But all right, we're gonna go ahead and sign off. Thank you guys for coming through. Been on here for 2.5 hours, man. So last pod of 2025.
Yes.
Thanks for the support. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys for all the guests who have come on this year, all the people that we've had on the show, from Minx to Ryan, and many other people who have been guests multiple times on this platform. 2026. Hopefully it's going to be a bigger year for us. So appreciate you guys for the support. Once again, hit the subscribe button on the No Name Wrestling Podcast YouTube channel and the Narcolepsy Boy YouTube channel as well. It's been fun. It's been a fun year. 2026, hopefully things will start to heat up so we have some more things to talk about, some more debates and topics. If there's any guests that you guys like to see, any creators that we haven't had on the show or hasn't been on here in quite some time that you guys want to see on the show, let us know in the comments. We'll try our best to get those people on the show. So thank you guys for support.
Speaking of 2026, guys, I will not be here for the first month. Y'all probably be back the Rumble show. I am going on paternity leave. This will be my last Sunday here. I will be on paternity leave because we are getting induced literally next Sunday. So yeah, it's a month, like 21 days earlier than what we were supposed to. So yeah, we're getting induced on the 4th. So I'll probably still monitor and make sure y'all not saying nothing crazy. I'll keep notes. Oh, that's another thing I want to start doing. I want to start taking notes of the stuff we say on each show. So that way it's easier to find when we come back and we got to address, because sometimes I'll be trying to like scroll through episodes to see where somebody said something. I'll be like 6 episodes deep. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to fight it. So I'm definitely going to start doing that. But yeah, I will not be here to start the first part of 2026. I'll probably be back for the Rumble. Y'all might see a little peek of my little man up here. But yeah, paternity leave. I am shitting bricks. I am not ready. But hey, we're here. So 2026.
Yep. 2026. We're also going to try to get some more interviews. With people. We had a couple last year. We didn't really get any this year. So hopefully next year we can find ways to tap in to make more connections as well. So stay tuned for that. But once again, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching, the support. 2026, man, big years. Hope y'all have a good New Year. Stay safe out there. Don't get too drunk. Don't do nothing too crazy out there.
Yes, be safe.
Make sure you take care of yourselves.